I do think that for the majority, black men do date within the community. I'm pretty sure like 80% of black men marry black women, and 90% of black women marry black men. Um, I would say also that I don't think it's a case where when black women date out, black men say nothing. I've seen plenty of men call these black women traitors, say that they're uplifting the white man and betraying their community, betraying their race, etc., etc. But I'm sure you could say the same about what black women have said to black men. I don't think the issue necessarily lies in people having an issue with interracial dating per se. I think the issue is the people that they choose to date and how they interact with the black community. Because I've seen enough both white women and white men, or non-black women and non-black men, disrespect the community and feel like they have a right to do so because their black partner is going to defend them. And that's what I find an issue with. And I think from the women's side, where they see this a lot is white women saying that we're jealous of them, and black men championing this and egging it on because they feel like they want to. Do you know what I mean? Like
So
people
you
being
see,
messy
so
because they
you're
want to see
saying you see
drama.
a, so you're saying you see a lot of white women who are dating black guys come out and say, "Ah, black women are jealous of us."
Yeah,
What?
Yes,
Where do you see
100%.
that?
I see that too.
Where
on social media.
Everywhere.
is it?
Yeah. Now, I wouldn't say I see this in real life because in real life, I'm not having interactions with people like this. Do you know what I mean? But I think on social media, that's a trope that I see that black women are very annoyed with, is that there's the white woman who's dating the black man, and she very stereotypically will emulate certain caricatures of black women. And when black women speak to this, and it's, oh, well, you're just jealous that I'm with one of your men. Like, I'm pretty sure there was a clip that even went around of a white woman saying, you're jealous that I'm taking your black man away from you, X, Y, and Z. And it's like, you can have him, just don't be weird about it.
Is it? I've never, like, personally, I'm not disregarding what you're saying, but I
Mm-hmm.
personally, I've never seen white girls that have come out and said that. But if they do say
Mm-hmm.
that, then that's just ridiculous, isn't it? Like, that's out of nowhere.
100.
And the black guys that are allowing their white girl to say that, they're idiots, in it. Like, do you get what I'm saying? I don't agree, don't condone it in any way, shape, or form. Like, do you get what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? But like you said that these white women, they copy characteristics of black women. So what are those characteristics?
Not characteristics, but caricatures, right?
Like
And
caricatures.
these are
What's
certain,
that?
it's certain personality profiles that they would see stereotypically of black women. So they're normal personalities that they would have. And mind you, personalities are diverse. Do you know what I mean? So you can have any personality and be any race. So I'm not trying to say they belong to any category, right? But what I do see is a white woman, like you could say Stacy from this area dates her first black boy, and all of a sudden she's getting box braids, and all of a sudden she's speaking in a way that she's never spoke before. And you know what I mean? And it's like, it's fine if you want to do that. Personally, I don't see that as a big issue that affects my day-to-day life, but I do think that when people shed light to that issue, that it's weird that you only behave that way when you're dating certain kinds of people, that I think to respond with, well, you're just jealous, is nasty and malicious and vindictive, because you should
Yeah, but
question
you're going on
why.
like that. You're going on like that. That's a. I mean, as I said, I've never come across that. Maybe because I don't look for stuff like that. But I've
Mm-hmm.
never seen that. You get what I'm saying? Like,
Well, I follow you,
um,
so I can send you the videos myself another
yeah,
time, and
send
you can
it
see
to
No,
for
me.
I
yourself.
feel
Do
like
you know what
I
I
that's
want to see
mean?
reactions
Like,
to
like I
it.
said, I'm not trying to make it seem like it's a widespread thing, and I'm not saying that white men are not guilty of this, because they absolutely are. I think there was a trend a few months ago where it was like the black woman effect or the black girlfriend effect, where white men showed themselves before they dated white women and after, and they again emulated caricatures of black men. And when
Yes.
people shed issue to this, people were like, "Well, you're just jealous that I'm with a white man who treats me good and he don't disrespect me." And it's like, no, no one's jealous.
Now that's
So why is he
something. Now
behaving like
that's
this?
something. Now that's something I do see. I do see when black women, they'll date a white guy or out, or maybe just a non-black guy. Then they'll start
Mm-hmm.
bragging about how, oh, finally I'm being treated how I'm supposed to be treated. Yeah, black guys don't
Yeah.
know how to treat women properly. That's why I'm never going back. So what do you think about that? Do you think there's truth to that?
Wait,
Or
I feel like that's disingenuous though. So if you consider you see it for when it comes to black women dating white men, but you all of a sudden you can't see it. Like I feel like that's very convenient for you, but I think it's definitely disingenuous
no, no,
because
but
if you
I'm just
can't see
saying
it,
this
wait,
is
let
no,
me
but like
land.
really and truly, so do you think that there's just as much content out there of white women saying black women are jealous of them?
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
You think that's really like that?
I've
I
seen
agree,
I've seen
actually.
both
It is. I
concepts.
think it's very prevalent. Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
I've
Yeah,
seen
I really
both.
do.
I've seen
Yeah.
both. I've seen the trend that I just told you about with the black women and the white men. I've seen it in reverse with white women like years ago, where they did this thing where they're like, "Oh, this is what happens when you date a seasoned man," or "This is what happens when you date the BBC," and all of a sudden they start doing their edges and they're wearing box braids, and do you know what I mean? And it's just like, babe, you can do what you want with your hair, but why did it take you dating a black man to do that? Do you know what I mean? Like, it's just be yourself all the time. He clearly is dating you because you are yourself.
Can I ask you, lot? Okay, there's three. What? You're all black women on here, yeah?
Yeah, yeah.
All
I'm
right,
dual
cool. So,
heritage.
pardon?
I'm dual heritage.
Oh, you're
Jules.
mixed.
So you're mixed race.
Oh, period.
No, I'm
Okay.
not. Well, my mum's Indian and my dad's black, but I consider myself black.
Okay,
Mm,
okay.
Okay, yeah.
So you're
Yes.
mixed race, but it's okay.
Dual
Yeah.
heritage. Carry on.
So like, boom, yeah. What? So do you? So like, do you women think that it's worse when black men do interracial than if black women do interracial?
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Wow.
What do you mean by worse,
I
though?
need you
What
lot
do you
to
mean by worse?
one by one. Do you think it's worse for the black community? Do you think it's just worse?
Oh,
Do you think it affects
I'm gonna
people?
say no.
Alright, like one. Alright, starting with Danny. Let me know you lot's opinions. So, what do you think? Do you think is interracial dating worse if black men do it?
Yeah, I can't explain why it irks me more. I feel like the percentage of black men dating white women is higher than white men dating black women. It is.
But you know that's ironic.
Usually selling out
You know
more.
that's ironic. You realize that's ironic that you would say that since you are mixed race.
Oh yeah, true.
I think I'm dual heritage.
What?
Yeah, and there's
Like,
so much. There's
like you're not
dynamic of.
mixed with white. You're not mixed with white.
I'm
but
dual
you are
heritage.
mixed race, though.
I'm dual heritage.
All right, dual heritage, but you're not
I
100%
think Asian.
black.
I think the mix of Asian and black comes with it's a completely different dynamic. Completely different.
Yeah, of course.
So it's-
But black
it's-
women, but
it's in
yeah,
its own category.
okay, I get that. But black women could essentially say to your dad that, oh yeah, you got with an Indian woman. Why didn't you get with a black woman?
Yeah, and yeah, that's on him.
So it's okay. This is why I love doing these conversations. I love it, blood. Yeah, but that's kind of hypocrisy though. Because you're saying it's
I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be here if he didn't step out for sure. For sure. I mean,
Yeah, but
step
you're
out of
saying
his
it's
race.
only an issue when black men date white women specifically. But
I'm not
if
saying
you're
that. I disagree with
Indian, it's
that.
okay.
I disagree with that. I think it's harmful in general, and I think for me personally, when you're saying which one is worse, I would say when black men date white women is worse, right? I think interracial dating when it comes to black men
I agree.
and non-black women it's problematic in general based on certain things. But I'll touch on that later. But I would say it's worse based on the stats, right? Because when we're talking about marriages, right, black men and white women divorce the most. They don't have as successful marriages as every other group of people. So I can say that it is worse, yeah, based on the stats.
It's worse because they get divorced.
Yeah, they're not lasting in these marriages. It's not successful. These relationships are not successful.
Yeah,
so we could say that they're
people,
worse, yeah.
But people are getting married in their own communities, and divorce rates going up anyway.
Yeah, but then I'm saying in comparison.
I don't even
Comparison,
think that's necessarily. I do accept that there is a cultural element of why maybe these unions don't work out, because like coming from completely different ends of the spectrum, there can be turbulence there in it. Like you get what I'm saying. Whereas in the beginning, you just like each other and you just want to be with each other and you like sleeping together and blah blah blah. But then down the road, your background, your culture, your ideologies will start to conflict. Yeah, but in this general society right now that we live in, men and women are having conflict regardless.
Yeah, regardless. And I'm saying,
So like the race issue, I don't really think that's
yeah, people are
it should be worse.
No, but people are getting divorced more. We can say that absolutely. But there are stats on when it comes to background to today, right? In comparison to other groups, they are getting divorced the most. Black men with black women get divorced the most than any other union. And that's not an opinion.
Black
That's
women.
with white women. That's not an opinion. That's a fact. So this is not me putting an opinion out there.
No, I'm not
That's
arguing.
just
I'm
a
not even
fact.
arguing. I'm not
So,
even arguing.
and I think a lot of people have an issue with that. Interracial relationships last less than if you're dating somebody who's from your background, right? Yeah, that's true.
I would assume that would be true.
Yeah, that's the truth. That is the truth. That's the truth. But then when it comes to everything, whether it's black women
Where are you
and white
getting your
men,
information from? Because you're very confident.
when it comes to black women and white
Where are you
men,
getting your information from? Because you're very confident when you're saying it. It is true.
it is, yeah, because I checked.
Oh, okay.
Can I just raise something quickly?
Go on.
Don't you see the difference when you've got a mixed race person, black and white? Don't you see the difference in the person when their mum is black to when their mum's white? Don't you see a difference in them?
Say
You
that
can
again?
tell when a
Say that
mixed race
again?
person has a black mum as opposed to having a white mum.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There is a difference. There
is a difference for sure.
Definitely. Yeah, 100%. Yeah. But you told me, what's the difference? You think?
I tend to feel like they're closer to their black culture, and they exhibit that more. Their values, discipline, manners, everything.
What if
Brought
their
up
mom?
to you.
So if the mother's black, then the children will be more black oriented.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Is your mum black?
No, my mum's.
You are full of lots of irony. Your whole conversation is ironic. Like, so you basically.
No, but my mum was
your
raised
own
by
theory.
My mum was raised by Bajans.
No, I don't believe in that. Sorry.
Can
I don't like
just
when, no, but I
quickly
don't. I don't
just
like
to
when
say-
mixed people do
Hold on,
that
hold
type
one
of
at a
thing.
time,
I don't like it.
Sorry, can I just really quickly just to say, because fair, I'm aware of the stat that you're citing, but your own study does cite that it's not necessarily the interracial nature of their marriage that increases the divorce risk. And I'm not saying that you said that, but it is important to put that out there because it's what the implication is here when he's asking why people have a disdain towards interracial relationships or why they feel like one is worse than the other. I think it's important to put out that it's not the
I didn't
interracial nature of
say.
it. I
think it is actually. Do you know what? I'm gonna say it is because at the end of the day, these stats are. I'm not saying the core reason is he was black. That's why I divorced him. Like, let's use common sense. Obviously not. Right?
No,
These
but
people are getting divorced from them.
The reason why you made that point is because I asked, is it worse when black men do interracial dating?
Yeah, I'm saying based on the fact they divorce the most.
No, and so it is got to do with him being black.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying it has to do with them. Obviously, the dynamic of them being an interracial relationship. I'm saying there could be certain problems that an interracial relationship can cause. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? And that problem.
Yeah, but I'm
is why
being
they're getting
specific.
Yeah, but the study
right
again
now.
does cite that the associated factors are things like age at marriage, socioeconomic status, and prior relationship history.
Obviously,
Social
I think
pressures
that's
is
common
there.
sense. No offense, but yeah.
No, of course it's common sense, but
Yeah.
again, I'm not accusing you of saying that it's because they're interracial that their marriage doesn't work. I'm just putting it out there because that can be the implication to other viewers. I'm just cautioning it out there. In the U, and also it's an
Right.
American stat,
Thanks
so
for
I feel like in the
sharing.
UK,
Yeah, but what's the question?
I feel like it's an American stat. So I feel like
one at a time, because I need it to be clear what everyone's
yeah, I also
saying
feel like
is.
in the UK, the stats might look a little bit different. The only collection that we have on this kind of data is very old, so it's like from like the early 2000s, late 90s. When we collected data, and they didn't break it down by black men and black women and black men and white women and so that they just broke it as black and white. They didn't break it down by the genders either. So we couldn't really like chime in too much on the data there.
Then that's not the study I'm talking about. Because the study I'm talking about breaks it down based on the men. So yeah.
Hey, we got another speaker. Alright, new speaker. What are you saying?
Just to be clear, hi, I'm Janice, by the way.
Yeah.
Just want to know what's the question exactly?
Basically, the question is like, is interracial dating an issue, and is it worse when black men do it? Because obviously, as a black guy, and I've been on shows where I've been grilled about interracial dating before, and it's always made me think like, what is the big issue? Like, do you get what I'm saying? Because my personal thing is, I'll date anyone that's good looking and who respects me. Do you get what I'm saying? I'm not really that too stuck on it. Like, obviously, most of my girlfriends have been black, but I've dated outside my race as well. and then when the whole truth of, oh yeah, he's dated outside his race, then now I've been interrogated by black women. Oh yeah, do you even like black women? Da 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 da. And then it just kind of makes me think, right, is there like an issue? Is there a bigger issue when black men do it? Like, so what do you think about it?
Okay, honestly, I don't think this is my opinion. I couldn't care less. Like, I generally don't care at all because I'm someone that's dated outside my race, Asian, white, anything. Because I like what I like. If you're attractive, let's just get it cracking. Do you get what I mean?
Right, boy.
Nobody should actually. Like, I don't really. I still don't get why it's still a topic till now. But I would say the only reason I think it's such a oh my gosh, black men do it because I don't think it's worse or divorce rate or this and that. Love is love. Whatever's happening in your relationship is happening. It's not happening because you're black and he's white. Like, let's be for real. Do you get what I mean? But I do think sometimes with black men, you won't say anything, and it's like they like to bring up the fact that they're going out with a different race or this or that, and it's like, okay, so what do you want me to do about it? And it's like when you don't react to it, oh my god, black women have a problem. When you react to it, oh my god, black women have a problem. What do you want me to do? I don't understand. You want me to cry
So
because
what?
you're kissing
Hey,
a
so
white
what you're
girl? I
saying?
don't get it.
You're saying that when black women don't react to it, black men say you've got a problem.
Yeah, but I'll give you my experience. For example, I have one of my close friends is going out with a white girl, and when he announced it to me, I was like, okay, cool, okay, great. Oh, you're not gonna say anything, or because of no, I'm not gonna say anything. Yeah, but if it was a black girl, you'd say black love. Okay, but what do you want me to say exactly? Do you know what I mean? I think a lot of black men like to.
But that's your friend, though. That's different.
No,
No,
but
I
I feel
think
like
she's saying that
I've seen.
there's never a right reaction.
There's
Do you
never
understand what I'm trying to
there's
say?
never a right reaction because even if, for example, when you ask a black man, oh, you're going out with this white girl. Oh, how come? Like, what's your preference? Oh, you like white women. Why? Oh, I like white women because black girls and their weave. Like, nobody asked you for that. Tell me why you dated the white girl. Oh, because I dated her because she don't wear fake hair and black girls are. What the hell? Do you know what I'm trying to say? I feel like black men like to make it look like we care so much that you're going for a white woman, you're going for a white woman. When the real, like, let's keep it real, we don't actually care. That's my opinion. I don't
Do
care.
you?
Nobody
I don't think
cares.
that. I don't think that's actually true. I don't. I
It's
don't agree.
true.
I
I don't
think
agree with
Because
that.
what? Because what?
I don't
Like,
agree with
I
that.
don't get it.
Because
Because what now?
if that was true, then these no one would even care
no, but
about
see, this is the thing,
interracial
though. I
dating.
think
No one would ever talk about it because
no,
no
but this
one
is the
would
thing,
care.
though. It's because they're mentioning us. That's the thing.
Every single
They're
time
saying
they
they're
Yeah,
talking
let's
mention.
get
about
into
us, so
that.
we
Okay,
care.
then let's hear
We
that.
yeah, so we're caring about the fact that they're bringing us up when it comes to them having a type outside of the race, right? So it's like she said, they'll start mentioning XYZQ thing reason, connecting to black women why they're dating somebody else. So they involve us in their relationship, involve us in that conversation
So you're
by
saying
bringing us up.
so
So
you don't.
it's less about them being in an interracial relationship and more about why are you talking
Even
about me then?
Okay, cool. But you're trying to say that, yeah, that like black women will never inquire to know why.
What do you mean?
Like black. Okay, my experience now,
Right.
and everybody see my experience online as well. Yeah, like when I was on Backchat with Ginger J and he crashed out. Before he crashed out, I got interrogated.
Nah, you were there?
I was there, and I got interrogated before. Now, obviously, I'm a bit internet ready, so I know how to talk in it. Do you get what I'm
Okay.
saying? Like, but they was asking, oh, so do you even like black women? So what is it? Why do you date out? Why do you date white? And I'm like, blood, I date every like, bro. Most of my girlfriends have been black in my life.
Right.
Do you get what I'm
I
saying?
think that
Just because now there's an instance where I dated a girl that wasn't black, like that shouldn't even be.
But see, that's the thing
Like,
now,
it shouldn't be anything.
because it was happening so much. There has now been this negative stereotype onto
yeah.
black people who date interracially. So now I'm kind of on guard and thinking, okay, does he have these opinions? Like, I don't know, but I'm saying it's a potential thing because there are so many black men that push this out there, right?
Okay, so if
Literally.
you have that potential idea that potentially this could be like a self-hate
Right.
or something like that, like would that not lead to you maybe being inquisitive and asking questions?
I'm not disagreeing with that. I'm not disagreeing with you.
Okay, so that's all I'm saying. All I'm saying is that I don't think, because Yanda said that black women completely don't care, but I think you may not care, but there may be some that have these ideas. Oh, these black guys are coconuts, so I'm gonna ask him. I want to know which one of them.
No, but
I think
sometimes it
that
just
I
comes.
prefer raccoon, actually.
have that
I'm sorry.
opinion
Joking.
because most other black men have shown them that they have that opinion. Like if I, like this is an example, if I go somewhere and every black guy's going out with a white woman or a different race, and it's always the same, all of them are telling me, oh, I don't like black girls, don't like black girls, don't like black girls. If I go somewhere else and I'm seeing a black guy with a white woman, I'm gonna think to myself, okay, maybe he's thinking what those 10 other guys that I just spoke to they just said. So I'm going to ask him the question. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't mean, oh, we automatically think it's wrong. It's just we have so much experience and there's so many experiences and so many times where black men have repeatedly told us again online,
Can you
in
talk
real
louder?
life,
'Cause you're a bit low.
sorry?
Can you talk a bit louder? Because you're a bit low.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's better.
I think it's because we have so many experiences where people have come online, on podcasts, in real life, at work, at school, and told us, "Oh my gosh, me and my white girl, black girl's this. Me and my white girl, black girl's this." So of course, if the next time I see a couple, maybe even if I don't care, I might be inquisitive, like, does he like black girls? No, yes, no. If he does, fine. If he doesn't, fine. Doesn't
But
matter either way.
but this is the thing. If he's got a girlfriend, why are you even worrying about what he likes or what he don't like?
See, I think also depends on like who the person is, right?
Yeah,
So
it
I think
depends
there's
who it
a lot
is.
of black men that pander to black women on the internet.
No, when I say it depends who it is.
Thank you.
Sorry,
Always
where
have
are
to
they?
say that.
Sorry, where are they?
There's a lot of black guys that do that, simping hard.
Yeah.
They're
Where are they?
simping
I've
hard,
never seen
like.
them.
Go on.
I've
So
never seen them.
they pander to black women on the internet and try and like they make this persona that they're pro-black, that they're for black women, and then all of a sudden they turn up with a white woman, and then obviously people have something to say because their audience now that they have built strategically is predominantly black women. So then there's a level of betrayal there, and I think that's why they kind of speak up, and you'll see their annoyance because that's what they've built for themselves. I don't feel bad for them. Sorry, I actually don't feel bad for them because I feel like they're pandering to black women for monetary gain. Let's keep it real, right? And then shit hits the fan, and then they're acting confused.
I honestly think it's quite as simple as just like even just the fact that sure, like people do ask why do you interracially date and why do you date this person instead of a black woman, and oftentimes the answer will be, well, I date a white woman because black women do XYZ, and it's like that's not why I asked you. Like I didn't ask you what black women do. I just asked you why you're dating a white woman.
Let's keep it real
Oh
today.
no!
Yeah?
Oh no!
Yes. Oh no. Yes. Oh no, bruv. Yeah. Let's keep it real because you keep saying, black guys saying we don't date black girls because of X, Y. Let's get to the XYZ, bro. What is the X, Y, and the
Okay, cool. Yeah, no, we could do
Because
that.
my
We could do
hair's
that.
not real.
We could do that because then what it's gonna do is actually
That's it.
show what the frustration is with black women
Yes,
that we
this
have,
is the whole
right?
point of this live
Oftentimes,
stream.
yeah. So
I wanna know
oftentimes,
the truth. Let's get
okay,
to
cool. So oftentimes, right, there's a certain archetype of black men that date white women, right?
Yeah.
And when you ask them why they date white women, they have a slew of complaints about black women. They'll say that we're too masculine, we're combative, we don't listen, we just want to drain him of his energy, we don't rest in our femininity.
What's the archetype of this black guy that dates white women and says this stuff? What is the archetype?
Right-leaning conservative, very misogynistic, doesn't actually stand on any kind of form opinion. Yeah, 100%.
Period.
Hold on. Let's be clear because a lot of women say this word and they don't really use it in the right context. A misogynist is a man that hates women, bro.
It's not limited to hate, darling.
Bro,
and it's
if you
very
go and
ironic
look
that
up
you
the
point out
definition
that
of
people
it,
don't
it's
understand what
hatred.
misogyny is,
Listen,
right?
the
Hatred is
definition
included.
is hatred, fam.
It's included, right? But contempt for
No,
or
it's the
prejudice.
first line, bro. It's the first line of the.
There's a comma after the word hatred, darling. We can look this up together. Okay?
Oh my
Misogyny
God.
is showing hatred, contempt for, or prejudice towards
Let me
women.
look at it now because
Yeah, please do. Please do, because there's no full stop after hatred. There's a comma.
Misogyny,
Yeah, it's not
dislike
Meaning that
limited.
there's multiple types
of contempt for or ingrained prejudice against women.
Contempt,
Thank you.
prejudice.
Thank you.
not
But the
hatred.
first thing, but really and truly, if we go by the initial
Definition.
in the definition, first thing is gonna say hatred, bruv.
I agree that hatred is there, but that's not the only condition, is my point. And I said that there's a comma after hatred, which means that it does not only, it's not only limited to
It would make more
it.
sense. It would make more sense to be more specific with what you're saying, since the word is so ambiguous. It would make
It's
more
not
sense.
ambiguous, that's the point.
No, you just no. I just said that the meaning is hatred. Yeah. Then you said yeah and. So if there's an and there, that means it could have
Okay.
a different meaning as well. So
No, it
if
doesn't.
if I say the word misogynist and you say the word misogynist, we could mean two different things. You could just mean discrimination, and I could mean hatred. So it is ambiguous, actually.
No.
So it would make more sense.
Listen.
So no, let me finish. So it would make more sense to be specific of what you're saying instead of using such an umbrella, ambiguous term.
Okay, great. So, in the definition that you just read in front of 60 people, right?
I didn't
you
read the definition. I didn't read the definition. What are you talking about?
You quite literally said that. You quite literally said that when you
No,
look
I
at it
said
now,
the
the
hatred
first
is
word that
women
it
and you
says
added
is hatred.
extras. I said the hatred is it means the hatred.
You're
Let's-
not even
let's
listening to
let
what
it
I'm saying.
clarify. Let's let
Wait,
it
hold on.
clarify
You're not
what
even
you
listening to what I'm saying. What
No,
I'm saying is,
no, but what
you
you're saying
looked
is
up.
wrong.
You looked
said
up the
I said
definition.
Go
You
on.
looked up the definition on your computer
didn't
just
look it
now,
up. I
and you
haven't
said,
looked it up.
you said verbatim, if I look this up, the first word is going to be hatred, and I said yes, and it will be followed by comma contempt for or prejudice towards women. That's what the definition says. So to
it's hatred
say,
and
right?
prejudice.
So to say,
Is
so to say,
hatred and prejudice and discrimination? Do they all have the same exact meanings?
no, and that's my point exactly.
So they have
Is that there's different criteria.
So they have different meanings. So if you use an umbrella word that has all these different words underneath that have different meanings, it makes it ambiguous.
No, it doesn't. It means that it has different conditions to show up. Meaning it's not limited
This is what we're gonna
to.
do.
Look, and
We're gonna move forward from
this is
this,
the
guys.
thing,
We're
right?
gonna
I
move
have
forward from
listened
this,
to
please.
you, but you're not really hearing what I'm saying.
Let's get on.
Either way,
let's move on to
Just
your
move
that's
forward,
part of the
please.
archetype of what I'm describing in these men, right? Is that's part of the archetype. They often are typically very anti-black, right? These are oftentimes men who platform and put on a pedestal women of other races, especially white women. And we see this often on social media. So they engage in these spaces in that way.
No, I agree with what she's saying.
Can you look at a black guy and tell?
No, obviously
Yeah, I
not.
can.
Okay, cool. I just wanted to make that clear.
I can tell a little bit.
Oh,
I can tell.
you have to let me know then, because I need to. Do you know what I mean? I'd be able to like let them out a little bit.
Someone said that you can tell.
You
How
can't.
can you look at
Don't
a
start with
black
me,
guy?
please. Don't start with me today. Don't start.
No. We're all friends here.
Oh, are we?
Listen. So someone said I couldn't see who said it.
I
But someone
was
said you can
joking.
look at a black guy and tell. So how can you look at a black guy and tell?
I
No,
think
I
she's
was-
being a bit facetious and a bit silly.
No, leave her.
I was actually joking. I was actually gonna say that it's not limited to like the anti-black men. I think there's a lot of pro-black men that pretend, like I said earlier. I also
sure.
think there's a lot of fake gangsters with the jewelry. They'll be going for like an Iggy Azalea type look that I've seen as well. So I think there is a lot of men that kind of do this thing, but I feel like what they all have in common is they all come from the same background though, right? So when they have this issue with black women, let's look at your home. Oh, it's because you resent your mom, right?
Yeah.
It's because your dad left and your mom had to be a mom and a dad, right? And she had to go through this struggle and she had to be hardened. So she had to shout, she had to scream, right? When black men have this disdain for black women, I just automatically think about their mom because that's the first person you met. So when you say black women are overweight, when you say black women are bald, baby, I can draw your mama. I know how she look. Absolutely. Because you wouldn't say that if she didn't look like that.
I don't think
If your
that's a
family
very
did not
good
no,
argument.
but if your family did not reflect that, then it would you
I
couldn't
don't
say
think that's
it.
a very good argument.
No, I'm sorry. I think it
Hold
is.
on,
I think it is
hold on.
because if your
a lot
family
of black guys,
doesn't reflect
a lot of black guys that are I only date black women, I only date black women. They come from single mother homes, bro.
Yeah, I'm not saying. I'm saying that. I'm not saying everybody from a single mother home is going to act a certain way, but I'm saying when it comes to men that operate in that way, they're predominantly from that background.
Yeah, because
That's
a
what
lot of black guys come from that background. I would say over 50% of black guys in this country come from single mother homes. So that's not really a good argument.
Oh, you didn't think so?
It's not. If you do the numbers, of course there's good. What are you talking about?
No, but
If the
I
majority
feel
of
like if they
people,
have this such a
listen,
strong
hold on.
disdain, if they have
Sometimes we
strong,
speak too fast and we don't think.
no, I'm
If
thinking,
the majority, if the
I think
majority
that one
of,
hurt you a little bit.
listen, stop, just let me
I
say
think that hurt
this.
you a little bit, sir.
You're not. Listen, don't do it. Don't do that. Don't go down that road. Don't go down that road. Don't go down that road. That's not even funny. It's just it
It's
was
funny to me.
unnecessary. It was unnecessary to do that. Because I'm not hurt by anything, bro. I do very, very well in the community, at the country. So like people know me, bro. Like it's not that. So let's not do that, innit? Yeah. At the end of the day, if there's a demographic, yeah, of men that predominantly or a lot of them they come from single mother homes,
Right.
yeah, and then we ask another question about that group of, oh yeah, how can you tell if they interracially and they've got a problem with black women? Then you say, oh, because they all come from single mother homes. That's not really a good indicator because most of them come from single mother homes anyway.
Right.
But go on. But anyway, someone was saying, making a point about the black guys and the caricatures. What is it? The caricatures? Or has she dropped?
I think she left. I think she went.
But anyway, yeah. All right. So any of you can answer the question anyway. Like, what are the characteristics or caricatures that a lot of these black men will complain about when they say, "Oh, this is why I date white women"? What do you think those are?
Hair, skin complexion, like fake lashes. I mean, white women get lashes too. That's fine. Like lashes.
Gold digger is one that I hear a lot as well.
Yeah,
Like,
But where's the
aggression.
gold?
but there's
Where's
no
the
gold
gold?
to
Alright,
see.
Have
let's
you
break
seen no
it down,
gold
bro.
anywhere?
There's not
Let's
even
break
no
it
gold.
down.
There's no gold.
Let's break
The
it
gold
down
is
one
even
by
not
one.
there.
Let's hold on, girls. Let's break it down one by one. So the first one was hair. So
Right.
let's get into that. So what is the thing with the hair then?
This one is a very like soft topic, touchy subject for me because this one is like you come all our lives, yeah. It will be like, oh, fake hair. Why do black women wear fake hair? Why do you wear fake hair to look like white women? Why do you wear fake hair to look like Brazilian women or whatever, whatever? But let's not forget when we was younger. Let's not, especially me. Let's not forget in primary when we would come and with our natural afros or natural hair. Oh my gosh, you look like Michael Jackson. Oh, your hair is disgusting. Oh, your hair's so tough. Oh, your hair's so rough. Cool. You'd wear braids. Oh my gosh, you're wearing ropes. What's wrong with your hair? This and that. Cool. What can I do to be socially acceptable? Because your whole childhood you're being told is from before primary, throughout secondary, your whole life. Now you want to switch it up because I'm sorry, I don't want to be
Switch
verbally
up to
abused every
what?
day.
Switch up to
You
what?
switch it up, you straighten your hair, but then cool. You can't straighten your hair every day because then it breaks. So then you put extensions. Cool. Extensions look nice. Then you switch to wigs and you feel more comfortable. You get less comments talking about, oh, your hair's crunchy, this and that. But now that I am wearing straight hair and I am wearing wigs, oh my gosh, embrace your natural hair, babes. Embrace it. Shut the fuck
But
up.
like,
These people, the same
listen,
people that were saying that my
I
hair was
hear what you're
crunchy.
saying. I hear
Huh?
what you're saying. Listen, I hear what you're saying, but everybody got
Because,
bullied in. Hold on, everyone got bullied in school.
okay. But,
Yeah, okay. So why
but
do you
from
think?
I'm talking
Why do
about
no?
from
But listen,
day dot. I'm talking about from day
We
dot.
sometimes we talk without thinking.
No.
Listen.
I'm thinking. I'm talking about from day dot, from the very
Yeah, you've said it already.
beginning.
I understand. You got bullied in school. I understand. Yeah, but at the end of the day, you're not in school no more, bro. We're not in school no more.
Okay.
All right. So you can't live your life being talking about what happened in primary school. Everyone.
Okay. No, sorry. When I say school, I mean
People
not
got
okay.
bullied.
Not only in school,
Listen,
but school
listen. You're not
time.
listening. People got bullied for all different kinds of things in primary school, fam. But at the end of the day, yeah, like as an adult with an adult mind, you should be able to handle the real world and you should be able to appreciate what you've got.
Right, but in
I
the
do
real
appreciate
world,
what I've got. I
So
appreciate
why
my
would you
real
care
hair.
about what
that
people said to you?
I
experience
So
taught
why
you
appreciate
would
my
you
real hair a
care? So
lot.
why would you care about what some little boy said to you when you was a little
No,
girl in
no, no,
primary
no,
school?
no. No, I don't think my point came across well. What I'm saying is, people will complain now. Oh my gosh, why do people not accept their hair, accept their hair, accept their hair. But when we did accept their hair, oh my god, your hair's so crunchy. Oh my hair, your god, your hair is so this. And I'm not talking about.
You're saying people are saying
I'm
that
not.
to you as an adult.
I'm not talking about at work when I used to work at a COVID center 2 years ago. 2 years ago.
At work, people
3 years,
are
4 years ago. Sorry, at work.
What?
At
Who's
work
black guys?
because I was
Black guys.
yes.
I don't know
I
about
can't believe
this.
it.
Can I say
I don't
something?
believe it. I
Can I
don't
say
believe it.
something? Can I just interject there really quickly? Why are we glossing over those experiences not
Do you
having
get what I'm
a
trying to
massive
say?
effect on you?
I'm not- I
They
never
just
said
because
it
they
didn't
happened in
happen, but I
school,
didn't say it
they're a
didn't happen.
continuum. They're a continuum. Just because they happen in school, they're not gonna, it's
Listen,
not like
guess
they're
what?
not going to affect your self-esteem.
At the end of the day, yeah, and my point is this, yeah, like
It
you had that
continues.
experience in school, you got bullied, but so did everyone.
But it
Everyone got this
continues.
about something.
No, I'm not
bro.
Listen, the
talking about
subject
being
of our
bullied.
hair, is a continuum. From school to mid to late to
So
whatever.
mid to
It's a
work to
recurring
everywhere.
theme. It's a recurrent theme.
So you're trying to tell me because of whatever happened in school and it's continued to
But
now,
but
that's
it's not
stopping.
the past.
Listen, let me
It's
finish
future.
before you're responding before I've even said what I'm saying. So you're saying, so those experiences, which I understand and I empathize, yeah? But you're saying that those childhood experience and whatever has all the way up until this point in your life is still stopping you from wearing your natural phenotype.
It's not a childhood experience. It very
Not a
much
childhood experience. I just said school
So
time.
you're saying black
balloon.
guys
Hold
do
on,
not
just-
like black women's natural hair. That's what you lot are saying.
They do not.
There was a massive post from the Shaper recently with the pop the balloon with that girl, and that man rejected her for her natural hair. That was in today's.
That was
So you
pop.
think that's
That
the
was
majority of black
current.
guys.
And that was
so
pop
you
the
think-
balloon.
So you
Yes.
think the majority of black guys do not like natural black women hair.
They
They
don't.
don't.
No,
They don't.
I don't
They
think
don't.
that. I think
Let's stop
I don't
pretending.
believe that.
okay.
Let's
I don't
actually
think that the majority.
Like, let's
They don't.
actually stop pretending.
Saying the majority is
Okay,
mad.
I don't think the
Because
majority
the
of black
majority
men in
if the
general.
majority, because
You like it.
this is the thing. Let me say this to you, yeah. The reason why I can't really agree with that, yeah, is because when you go outside, the majority of the time you don't see just afros everywhere, do you?
Not anymore.
So how can you say
Because
that
you
the
were
majority
told
of
it
black
was
guys
socially
don't like
unacceptable.
that? Listen, think about the logic of this. How can you say that the majority of black guys do not like black women with natural hair when you don't see the majority of black women with natural hair?
Why did they stop wearing it? Because and that's why you're not listening. Why did they stop wearing it in the first place?
Exactly.
Thank you. Like, let's
So
Michael.
what
You're not
point?
seeing afros because it's not light.
At what point?
Okay.
I just explained it to you.
At what? No. Listen. You lot. Okay. You lot got bullied in school with everybody else. Everybody got bullied for any.
And presently.
Well,
And presently.
Okay, I'm trying to get to I'm trying to do the timeline. Yeah, because I'm trying to find the point at which you lot all collectively decided, you know what, all these black guys don't like our natural hair. Let's all wear wigs and weaves. I want to
All three of us are from very different backgrounds, but it's a monolith. We've all experienced it from childhood, present, in work, and future. It's a continuum. You're putting it down to childhood. It's not. It's happening now.
I would like to say.
when black women braid their hair.
Even in our
So
homes,
when black women,
even in our homes, how many of our mums made us relax our hair? How many of them? Because of what? Because of why? At
Yes.
7 years old, you
And
get
listen,
relaxed. Why?
any women in the,
Come on
in
now,
the
listen
chat.
real.
Hey, listen, any women in the chat that have got a problem with what I'm saying, you can jump on and speak in it. Don't start saying stupid things like he likes arguing with a woman because like bro, I punch grown men in the face.
Oh.
Don't even say
No, it's not even an argument. We're just
hold
like,
on,
it's
I'm
just a
speaking.
convo.
Don't be writing things like, oh, he's only got energy to hype up to women because I punch grown men in the face, I box, bro. Like it's not that. All right. So
Okay, I would like to say that.
I've got the receipts are there.
Okay.
Yeah, England amateurs, you get me?
That's
But anyway,
Sheridan, though,
so,
isn't it?
Classic.
what I'm saying, yeah, is that so you believe the majority of black women do not wear their natural hair because black men as a majority said we don't like it.
Black men and society. Yes. It's
Men,
not acceptable. It's not
society.
professional.
How many-
It's not
how many-
attractive.
You said society.
And
That's
black
different
men.
now.
And black men.
Black men, black men.
Now listen, I agree with you that society is anti-black, like in these in non-predominantly non-black countries. Yes, I agree with that. But for you to not to say that it's black men that have made you be like that, I don't believe that. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I
Black
because
men
don't.
add to the black men
because
add
it
to
was
that a lot.
mostly the black men that will boldly tell you to your face about your hair. Because white people, they don't really know much, especially back in like younger days or whatever. Black men will look at you straight in your eyes and tell you, yeah, your hair this, why are you not wearing this
And
color?
I think
Like,
black
what the hell?
women's
What are you
dis
talking
and
about?
I think black females, black women have dissed each other as well.
Okay.
Would you not agree with that?
But I feel like
No. It's not but.
no,
It's not but. Do
no, but
you
because
agree? Do you
yeah.
agree that you lot diss each other as well?
I would say there's definitely texturism in the black community.
There's
Yeah.
So do you? The answer is yes.
Yeah, I just
So,
said
but what's the
yeah. I
point
just said
though?
yeah.
Because now
So
you're gonna
it's not
let
just
people
But
say
then
that
there's
So it's
black
not
men,
it's
just
rooted in
black men are
something.
dissing
It
you.
doesn't matter
everybody.
what
Can
another
I
black woman
speak,
says, though. I'm
please?
not trying to procreate. It only
You
matters
just
what
said
black.
it
If we're
doesn't
trying to,
matter, bro.
I'm
but
not
it doesn't.
procreating
It's
with a white
less
black
so.
woman.
We're animals. We're here to procreate. We're here to procreate. So, in levels of attraction, you're going to care what a black man thinks more than a woman.
I
I
don't
get
agree
you
with
But
saying
that
I
that.
one
think
still.
if anything, you're gonna hear more women be more judgmental
But
of
it has no bearing on
other
me. It
women
has
than
no
you're gonna hear
bearing on me.
men
That has
saying
I'm
of
not
it.
no
Especially
bearing
interested
in
on
in
this
women
any
that
other
are attracted to
woman.
me.
especially in this day and age, especially because you said, oh yeah, at work, black men, which I'm not sure if that is true, but you said black men at your workplace was dissing you about your hair. That's a very risky thing for someone to do at work,
No,
don't
do you
you
know
think?
why that
You
experience
could
is
lose
very
your job
true?
very
No,
easily.
that why that is very, very true is because that week I hadn't gotten paid or anything, so I didn't have any braids, I didn't have any wig, no nothing. It was my natural hair that I put in a pony. So I was like, fuck it. And I went to work and it was a whole, oh my goodness, why would you put, what's your hair saying? Da, 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 look at edges, this and that. Like I left the job like the same day. Like what are you talking about?
Well, boy,
Okay.
at the end of the day, like I've
When it
seen a
comes
lot
to
of guys
this,
get
That's how I will
cancelled for
always remember
less.
that
I've seen a
experience.
lot of guys get cancelled for less.
okay.
So I think that's really crazy
When
that
it
a
comes to
black guy will
this,
be dissing you about your hair and then everything's just normal. Because you can't just do what you like at work. You're at work. You can't
Of
just
course,
say stuff to
of
people.
course, we're at work. But
So I just don't think that is as
remember,
commonplace.
this was
So
a COVID.
I don't believe that that's as commonplace as you're trying to make out because people
Uh,
know they don't want to lose their job just by saying
mi-
something stupid.
Microaggressions exist at work the most.
Microaggressions exist as
The
well.
work that's the breeding ground for microaggressions around hair and things like that. It's work.
Like,
It's
I
work.
would say
but
this.
and I think this
Okay.
is another thing black
I want to
men
make
like
this
to
point.
do.
Yeah. Would you agree? Okay, you probably are not going to agree, but I'm going to put it out there because I think it's true. I
Go
think a
on.
lot of the times why a lot of black women will end up wearing weaves and wigs and straight hair, and hairstyles because of the society, because we live in a non-black society which kind of socially engineers us to look at standards of beauty from a white man's point of view. That's why there's that kind of influence to look a certain way. Do you get what I'm saying? To kind of adopt certain styles that are not naturally our phenotypes.
I
Would
would
I
you agree
disagree.
with that?
I would agree with that. Honestly, I would if I would have started like recently, like at my grown 25 years of age. I'm like now it's only now that I want to start blending in and putting straight hair. But I've been conditioned from 9. I've been wearing thick hair. From even younger than that, braids, clippings. From young, I wasn't thinking about no white man in the society at 9 years old.
Yeah, but you was watching TV though.
Yeah, I was watching Raven. What are you talking about? What's
Bruh,
the
you
show
wasn't
that
just
what's the show
watching
that?
one TV show, bruv.
My wife and
You've been
kids.
conditioned by society, bruv. It's not you don't even have to be aware of it. You are just by default conditioned by society, just by stepping outside your house. Like what are you talking about? That's
Black,
how it works, bro.
Okay.
black men don't add to the
So
issue
you could
by
be
dating a
watching
random
just
Stacey.
Raven. So you could be watching just Raven, but every day of your life you're being bombarded with images and social engineering every single day of your life. We all
Right.
are.
I don't
It'll be
disagree with
different
that.
if you grew
I don't
up in
disagree with that
flipping.
actually.
Listen. If you grew up in I don't know, Nigeria or Ghana or I don't know. If you grew up there, your social condition is going to be different. Think about it. If you turn on the TV, most of the people are going to be black. If you turn on the TV in England, most of the people you're going to see are going to be white, mostly anyway. So it's a different,
Okay.
social engineering. But go on.
I I don't think that was a good example using my like African countries and here because I feel like over there they still have the same issues as we have over here. Over there you
No,
can't
we
be too
don't. They
dark.
don't have the same.
No, like let's
They
say like
don't. What are you talking
they
about?
always wanted to bleach. Where did they get that from? Wanting to bleach all the time.
There
Where did they get
definitely
that
is
from?
anti-blackness
Do you get what I'm
and
trying to
It's
say?
not the
prejudice.
Wanting to
same
put
though.
this.
It's not the
How is it not the
same.
same?
Colorism.
God, so you think that the women in Nigeria, yeah, are having
Yeah.
the exact same experience as you lot in London.
No, I don't. I'm not
I
saying
didn't
that.
say exact same.
What the
I
hell?
didn't say
That's
the
not what
exact
we're
same.
saying.
I didn't say the exact same. Let's
I'm
calm
saying
down.
You
I
that
didn't
just
say the
did. You said
exact.
it's the same, and
I
it's
didn't say
not the
it was the
same.
exact same. You added exact same. It's not the
no,
exact
but then
same,
if by
but they
you're
have
what
the
you're
same
saying, right?
similar. They have similar, like the whole bleaching thing. Let's why is that going past your head? What are they bleaching to be? What to be lighter? To be more
Yeah,
light? Exactly. And where do they see that from? Why do they think being lighter is right? From where? Do you get
and
what I'm
there's
trying to say?
men doing it too.
It doesn't matter.
What do you mean it doesn't?
Because you said it
Jesus
was only you
Christ!
said it was
We just
here.
said we do.
You said here is only here. I watch TV and this, and I want to be. I've been conditioned by society, whatever, whatever. They are being conditioned by society also over there.
But
What are you
it's
talking
not the
about?
same
It's
though.
not the exact same, but it's
It's
similar.
not
So what are
even
we talking
nearly the
about?
same.
How?
Bro, if you listen, yeah, even okay, you was talking about when you went to school, yeah,
Yeah,
you was getting dissed about your hair, blah blah blah,
yeah.
right? And that's affected you all the way up until this point now. That was your argument, yeah. Do you think you would have had that same experience if you went to school in Nigeria?
What bullied in? If I was bullied in school,
Do you think you would have had that same experience if you grew up in went school in Nigeria? Do you think you would have the same experience?
the same experience as being bullied.
Oh my god! All of a sudden you don't understand what I'm saying,
All
blood.
of a sudden, I
If
don't understand
you
what you're saying. Just
if
repeat
you
it. Slow down.
you said that you got this about hair when you went to school here, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And that's affected you, and you the other women they agreed, yeah, it affects you all the way through life. Cool. I'm saying to you, if you grew up in Nigeria or Ghana, yeah, and you went to school the same time, same timeline, yeah, do you think you would have had them same experiences over there?
No.
And that's why it's
I
different.
would say it's more
And that's why
complicated.
it's different.
I didn't. That's
Can I
why.
finish?
Okay,
I would say
clearly,
it's
you're not
more
listening.
can I
Clearly,
get
you're
this
not
out,
listening.
please, and
That's
not
why
be
I said it's not the
interrupted?
exact same. You have to use
I
the
would
word.
say it's more
That's why I said it's not the
complicated than
exact
you're
same.
actually trying to make it out. Because in Nigeria, when kids are young in school, they actually shave kids' head, like they shave it
Like,
really
hear this
short,
guy.
almost bald, I would say.
Okay. So what's your
But
point?
yeah, my point
Where's the
is that
argument?
my point is it's because they don't want the kids to have that kind of sentiment of what styles they need to do and stuff like that. I would say it's different in terms of there still is this level of what you're doing with your hair. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? It's like Simone Biles is a perfect example. When she was in athletics, people were saying that she had her natural hair out, right? That was fine. But why wasn't her edges done? It's that type of sentiment over there as well.
And
But
you
yeah.
think and who do you think was talking about her edges more, men or women?
Oh, I didn't disagree with your point. I just couldn't speak. I
Oh,
think
okay.
women do it more, but I feel like the reason women do it more is because it's been pushed on women by society, right? And we can say it's due to anti-blackness and stuff. Yeah, absolutely. That is the reason for sure. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
so
I
so
do
you
think more.
basically you basically see what I'm trying to the point
I
I'm
see what you're trying to say,
yeah.
but then I also feel like, yeah, I do think men in general have a preference for natural hair. I do definitely, I'm not dismissing what these girls are saying. I have seen these men talk about girls with natural hair. I've seen men talk about girls with wigs, weaves, everything, braids, everything, right? That's just, we've seen it. But what I'm saying is that certain men that even like natural hair, it's a texture thing. So when they talk about, oh, I like natural hair, they're not talking about the 4C type hair texture. They're talking about a looser type curl texture. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? So there is that element as well that hasn't been spoken about that we need to address too. So it's a more complicated issue than we're making out. But I think in general, when your conversation that you're having, I think none of those things matter, right? If you're not attracted to a certain woman, why are you bringing her up? Period.
Period.
Why is it not a factor that I don't know anything about why you are dating the partner that you're dating? You're not even telling me any qualities about her. You're talking about, oh, it's just because she's non-black.
No, but
non-black.
but if you, I agree
get
with
what
what
I'm
you're
saying?
saying. I agree with what you're saying. But if he does outline the things he doesn't like, he is
Right.
kind of telling you what he
I
does
don't think
like
so.
in that person.
I don't think so.
Because if a guy, so if you ask a guy why he doesn't, well, okay, if you as a woman ask the guy why have you picked that woman over me, and
I would never ask that anyway.
because you're too masculine, then
Right.
by default, the woman that he has picked must be feminine.
I disagree with that. I think oftentimes when I disagree with that, I disagree because I'm looking at her.
But then
I feel
what
like
is
a lot of
feminine
these times when men make these statements about black women, it's because that feature is on a black woman, though, right? Let's talk about a Kim Kardashian. She can be curvy, big boobs, extensions, big lips, right? She can have that type of. When it comes to the beauty standard, what I've noticed is it's black features with white skin. Most of the time, black women features with white skin. So when you're coming at me and saying that you like a Latina because she's spicy, and then a black woman that is like very much similar, you're calling her aggressive, then we have to say that it's due to anti-blackness. It has nothing to do with, there's no difference in this because you're generalizing. You are making a generalization.
Do you think that was created by black men?
No, I don't think it was created. I don't think it was created by black men, but I think black men are perpetuating it. Yeah, there's a lot of black men that perpetuate this.
You think black men
I do think
black men have
absolutely,
the power?
unfortunately.
So you think black men have the power in society in a non-black country to push those?
Yeah, I would say that because obviously I think most of us live in the UK, right? We saw it a few years ago with the UK Beast. That started from black men. That whole UK Beast thing came from black men. They started that. They pushed that out there, and that was being used by all different demographics to target black women based on appearance. And that's so we can say that we have seen this happen before. Absolutely.
I hear that. All right, cool. Let's move to the next characteristic that you lot said that these black guys will say, "Oh, this is why I date a white girl." Like, so we've gone through the hair part, yeah. So what is the other common thing you will hear?
Gold diggers.
Gold diggers?
I've heard that before. I've heard that before.
Why are you so? You seem to be very stuck on that gold diggers thing.
Because I didn't want it to get forgotten, but I've heard that one.
I've heard that one too. It's true.
Yeah,
I've heard
but
that
like
before.
I said, there's no gold.
I think that is a thing, but do you think that's high on the list? I think there's probably something higher than that, though.
Okay. I'm
Like
happy
what?
for it not to be high on the list, but it's on the list.
I'm be real, guys. I don't let this man
we'll
speak
talk
too
about
much.
it,
So.
but I want to try and go in hierarchy, innit?
I would say it's probably aggression would be the one. Attitude, aggression, hair, weight, and then
Right, let's go one by one though. So
okay, which one do you want to address?
Aggression, what do we think about that? Do you think there's validity or do you think it's absolute BS?
BS.
Huh?
BS.
BS. What? So okay, you say it's BS, but why do you think so many black guys will say that if it's absolute lies and made up?
I think a lot of men don't recognize that the way a woman treats you isn't the universal way she treats everybody else. So if you're having an experience with women and you're saying all black women treat me XYZ, all black women are aggressive, but baby, is black women aggressive or are you just a bitch? Let's be real.
Let's be real. And also, this also goes back to, I don't know who said it earlier, but they were saying when it's a Spanish girl, whatever, or Latina, it's she's spicy, or she's feisty. But when it's a black girl, she's aggressive.
Yeah, there's a difference. Yeah.
I don't.
You know, I'm talking about some American talking points.
No, but it's the real though. This happens.
Real. Even with white girls. Oh, when it's a white girl, oh yeah, she's just being spicy, or she's got a bit of a pep.
She's sassy. They say sassy.
That's not a stereotype of white women, bro.
No, I don't think it's a stereotype.
You know what? You never seen those what's it called? Those like interracial couples, and the white girl, she kind of like she's more overpowering over the black guy. Like she's the one who's always shouting and this and that, and the guys don't mind. Come on, let's be real.
Not really. I don't know what kind of.
No, it's there a lot. It's there a lot.
No, I see that as well.
That you
But
can turn the blind eye.
Yeah, but there's examples of everything. It doesn't make it.
But if we're talking about in the UK, when they come across women, they don't generalize women like they generalize black women, right? There's a hyper fixation of black women in general. So when we're having that conversation about hair, we're not the only women that wear extensions, guys, right?
Yeah, but
that's just not the truth.
It's not even so much about See, this is what I'm saying. Like,
Okay.
it's not really about the extension. It's like about it's the phenotype, and
It's the phenotype.
It's the phenotype, number one,
Right.
and it's the excess of doing
Okay.
it.
Right.
You get
But
what I'm
then,
saying? Like, because at the end of the day, I'll be real personally.
Mm.
Yeah, if I have two black women in front of me and I have to pick one of them, yeah,
Mm.
and one of them has got all the gadgets.
gadgets. What?
And then one of them is just natural.
Gadgets.
Yeah, one of them's got all the gadgets and one of them is just natural. I'm gonna pick the natural one, like
Right,
9 times out of 10. Like, regardless of, like, we're not even getting into personality.
Yeah,
or
no, but I understand what you're saying. I don't
Why would
disagree
I
with the
want
points you're
somebody?
making.
Why would I want First of all, why would I want somebody that is wearing a? You know, when you see someone and it's like they're wearing something that's not their natural phenotype, that makes me start.
But why is
thinking
that?
about their
But why is that a
psychology.
problem
Hold
then?
on,
Yeah,
hold on,
that's what I'm
hold
trying
on.
to
I
say.
haven't
Good question.
finished.
Finish then.
When you see somebody that is not rocking their natural phenotype, it makes me question their psychology.
Oops.
Quick question. Quick question. So
It
how
makes me
come?
question their psychology. I'm just being honest, and I took psychology.
No,
It
but
makes
then
me
you have to
question
recognize. But we just talked about society.
like, because I think of it, because I always look at it from the other side. Like, say if me as a black guy, say I was walking around with a flipping blonde flipping Donald Trump toupee.
I hate when they bring up the blonde thing.
No,
I don't like
but
the blonde thing.
no, but it's a thing though.
Joe, you know why I don't like the blonde thing? Because that's only exclusive to black women. When it's other
Literally.
races of women, they're allowed to dye their hair blonde. The majority of black women that you see have blonde. Wait, let me land. The majority of black women that you see with blonde hair, it's not a natural hair color. That is not a natural hair color, right? Because we're getting tones that is not natural. So
But
that's
white
like, say,
people,
having an issue.
but
Wait,
white
wait, let me
people,
land. That's like having an issue with other races of women dyeing their hair which way color that they want to dye it. Black women, we have freedom and we can do whatever we want with our hair. There's this hyper fixation on black women and what we do with our bodies. People still want to have ownership with our bodies. I can do what I want. If you're saying right now, wait. If you're saying right now that you like black women who are natural, baby, there's very much black women who rock their natural hair. Let's not act as if every single black woman doesn't rock her natural hair. There are black women that rock their natural hair. So that's not an excuse that I want to hear, right? So if a black man is generalizing
what
and
do you
saying
think is the
I don't
majority?
date black,
You think
no,
it's the
if you're
majority?
generalizing and saying
If
you
you
don't,
go out tonight, it's Saturday night, and you go out to any club where it's just mostly black people there, do you think the majority are wearing natural hair?
don't ask me no more questions.
Oh,
I'm joking.
that's what I'm saying. Like, you don't say stuff, but you just dig a hole.
No,
for
but I'm
yourself,
just
like.
saying though. I'm just saying that if you really
Alright,
wanted it,
don't
you
even
can
need to
find
go to the
it.
club. You didn't even need to go to the club. Go Stratford Shopping Centre right now. Do you think the majority of black girls you see women walking around, do you think they got their natural hair?
Wait, King, can I ask you what's your ethnicity by any chance?
Nigerian. I got
No
Nigerian.
way,
I got long hair. My mum's got long hair. My sister's
Yeah.
got long
But
hair.
okay, so what about the
Guess what?
guys that?
My mum told me a long time ago that you should only deal with a woman with natural hair. My mum.
What about the guys that install fake dreads, blonde ones? The guys that install fake blonde dreads. What happened to that one?
I've never
You
seen
lot
that.
laugh. No, but is it that ironic? You lot laugh though.
I'm not. I'm not
laugh,
laughing.
yeah.
No,
I'm
no,
gonna
no, no,
laugh,
no.
yeah.
Fucking fake
I'm
hair.
not
laugh.
laughing.
No, bro.
I will laugh.
You've
I
done
didn't
it.
laugh.
You've already laughed, bro.
I did not laugh.
I
If
did.
a
Ask the
guy,
question.
if a guy, I don't agree with it. There was one time I was getting my hair done,
Right.
and I saw a guy. He was getting fake dreads installed in his head, and I was looking at him like, what the hell are you doing?
No, but you boys be spraying on the hairline though.
Yeah, but like,
You be spraying.
that's a completely different
No,
thing than me
that's a
wearing
scam.
a Tom Cruise
That's a scam.
toupee. Nah, you lot are.
You be spraying on the hairline.
No, how is that different?
That's a reach. That's a reach.
You spraying on the
That's a
hairline.
reach. That's a reach.
That's why
It's
take
not
these
the
boys
same.
swimming, girls.
It's not the same.
Take
as
these
you
boys
having
Men are
swimming.
getting different
straight
energy.
hair, fam.
Can I
You
just?
lot are
Sorry.
really.
They're adding extensions to these braids, by the way.
Listen.
They add extensions to these braids, by the way.
Listen. At the end of the day, yeah, you lot find it funny if a guy gets fake hair,
Right.
or if a guy's got shit hairline or whatever, yeah?
Yeah.
But you lot are so sensitive if a guy says he doesn't want to date a woman that wears wigs or weave.
No,
But there's a difference.
no, there's no. First of all, I didn't laugh. I asked.
He didn't
the
laugh, in
question
fairness, it was me.
because I literally asked the question because you said, "Oh, if I walk around with a fake blonde wig," but my question was, okay, what about the guys with the fake hair?
Right.
Like, why are we not talking about
Yeah,
that?
and do you
Why?
think
Why
and the
should we?
majority of black guys don't do that because we know that that's frowned upon. The majority of
I
black
do
guys
think
don't
that,
do. That's not even a good comparison. How like that's
yeah.
what 3% of black guys do
Is
that.
your hair
I
They
real?
still do
agree.
it though.
I agree.
Is
It's
your hair
it's
real?
much lower than what
Oh
the black
my!
women are doing.
Like,
They
Is
still
his
do
hair
it though.
real?
Why
Go
are we
to my
talking about
Instagram.
percentages
Go to
now?
my
They
Instagram.
still
Go
do
to
it
my
though.
Instagram. You can see me, bro.
Is it real hair? That's your hair.
Yeah, no, it's fake hair. It's fake hair. Yeah.
I don't know.
No, I can tell that's your real hair.
Can we
I'm
just
not
quickly
sure.
go back to
Yeah.
the
I'm
aggression?
not sure.
Can we quickly go back to the aggression?
I answered the question. It's fake hair. Now you lot can laugh. It's fake hair, innit? But you could go to my Instagram, King Rich's official.
No,
Like,
but for me, I don't know. Maybe it's for me. Whether it was real or fake, why does that matter?
what do you
For a
mean?
man,
Why does it matter?
for a man,
Listen to why does it
I have
That's a
matter?
good question,
I have
Trey.
friends that have fake, somebody that has fake blonde dreads. Currently, a man. Nobody. I haven't said anything. Nobody cares. Why do black men care so much when what black women do it? That's my question to you.
At the end of the day, as I said, it for me, I could only speak for me. Yeah, if I see somebody and everything about them is like in their appearance is fake, 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 it makes me question their psychology, bruv.
Yeah, but you need to understand
I
that.
mean, yeah, but like,
No,
I'm
but
trying
no,
to
but
hear.
Why are
but
you
this is the thing. It's not as
questioning? Why does
easy.
it make you
It's not as
question?
easy as you're trying to make it out because even when it comes to black women wearing a fro, that has also been politicized. Do you understand? And having a full afro, that makes you a Black Panther. That makes there when it comes to natural hair, having
And
dreads.
black men didn't make it like
I'm not
that.
saying that's perpetuated by. I'm not saying that's perpetuated by black men. I'm saying the reason that a lot of black women don't wear their natural hair out, like there's multitude of reasons. It's not just out of insecurity. There could be the boss babe who's working a corporate job, right? And there is a different reaction when she shows up with her natural hair, right? So she's going to make the active choice because she has to take care of her family. Because we're talking about the single mother thing, right? So she's saying, okay, if I wear this wig, I'm going to pull this wig off, have my natural hair when I'm at home. Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
And that's
So there's
society,
there's those
isn't it?
women's, there's those, we have to talk about when we have this conversation about extensions. Some extensions are very much cultural hairstyles. When it comes to some braids, certain styles, they're cultural hairstyle. That's part of our culture, right? So when girls are wearing the braids, but looking like baddies, shit, you look good. We look good. Why can't we? And also, we're just girls. Like at the end of the day, who
Well, at the
wouldn't
end
want to
of the
be able to
day,
rock a
at the
wig?
end of the day,
That's
if a girl's
fun.
attractive, she's attractive, brother.
That's
Also,
fun.
just to make something clear,
It's not so serious all the time.
just to make something very clear though, just because we're talking about black men and stuff, I do agree that it is like 100% mostly society. Let's not get
Right.
it wrong. But just be
Yeah,
it's not
now you
even
say it.
no, because no, it's just the only thing
No, she
is,
was trying to
I feel
mention it
like-
earlier. You
I
just didn't
feel like
understand it.
no, it's 100% like with society, but in that society does it is not only white people. Do you get it? Within that society, there are certain black men that perpetuate those type of things. But I'm not here sitting here and bashing and blaming. We're just open to having that conversation as to why is that happening.
No, I want to bash
Like
you.
all my days, fuck black men.
Let's get back to what we were saying about the attitudes part. Yeah, but let's let the new guest speak as well, CV.
Hi, it's Sylvie, the author. Hi.
Yeah, go on. What do you want to say quickly?
Yeah,
What do you want to add?
because you sound like you're moving on with the topic. I was gonna say, as far as like fake hair goes and things like that, is somebody had said when I first came on that we do have a fixation about like what black women are doing, because it's true, you don't hear other people talking about this. I've never seen a live where people like men complain about YT women and the fake tans or anything like that. Like never ever. Where you can't really see, I guess, their skin tone because of how much they're tanning, or you don't really see if their like breasts are real or whatever. Nobody really talks about that. It's usually everyone else that's fixated on the black women. As somebody who's lived in the States, like the Crown Act, like the right to wear your hair however you want to, passed in 2013. That was the other day. So I think that would be like one of the reasons, but also as somebody who travels as well, there are certain things that you have to think about. So in the UK, when I moved to the UK, I loved the fact that they had so many products for black people. Not every country has that. So now I'm in France. We don't necessarily have, now that you've had like Europe that came together at some point in time, there are loads of changes. But when you travel, So an example for Australia, just things like a conditioner for natural hair. They looked at me like I had two heads looking for 4C hair for conditioners. So when you go abroad, a lot of the times, like for me, if I go for several weeks, you're going to have to wear your braids and stuff if you want your hair to be protected. That type of salt in their water is harsh as crap.
Yeah, but
And so
we're not talking about all these other countries though.
okay, so I guess I'll be talking for me as somebody who travels.
Hold on. I'm talking specific because obviously I lived in America as well. I lived in the States. I lived in North Carolina. Yeah. So I was
They have some of the products.
Listen. The fact of the matter is, yeah, I'm talking from right here, right now. We're in London, yeah, and you've been here, and like when you go outside, even though with all these products and all these things like that support natural hair, a lot of black women are not wearing.
Okay, King, can I ask you this? Can I ask you this?
What is going on? Like,
Can I ask you this?
You don't have that many hairdressers.
Hold on. And I believe that it's social engineering for the most part. But then some of the ladies believe that it's a lot to do with what the black men have said to them in their past experiences. And I think that that can be true. But I think that a lot of times black women can say things to black women to make them feel some type of way as well.
No, but okay, I want to ask.
It's not the same. And
I think that even though there's a lot of black men that say, you know what, I'll prefer black women to wear their natural hair and be their natural phenotype, that gets ignored.
No, but then
because
oftentimes,
a
like
lot
I
of
was
the
saying,
times,
oftentimes
especially
those men that say that, like, oh, I want my girl to have natural hair, they're looking for a certain type of natural hair.
First of all,
I've seen that a lot. So a lot of men that claim that they want natural girls and they want the girl, it's usually kind of like they're looking for kind of like a mixed race type phenotype. Not to say that everybody with a looser curl has that. No, but I'm saying that's oftentimes what I see. So it's disingenuous because when a black woman rocks up with 4C hair, there's a different reaction. But the question I wanted to ask you though, right? You're saying that, okay, so black men have this issue with black women because of our hair. Right, because we're less natural than other women, apparently.
No.
Wait,
I'm not saying that. I'm just asking,
I know.
What are the things that you lot of
I know, but then you're saying, then obviously the men that are saying this, then sorry, would it be that white women are more natural because these women they tan every day, right? They straighten their hair most mornings, right? So I think there is this kind of notion that.
Yeah, but straightening your hair,
but that's not true.
No, but straightening your hair and wearing somebody
no, but then this is the thing.
You can also wear extensions.
This is the thing.
Hold on, let me finish.
Okay.
Straightening your natural hair, yeah, and in comparison to wearing somebody else's hair is two different things.
No, but then this is the thing. They still have issues with black women when we wear natural hair. If I chose to relax my hair today and wear it completely straight, people are going to be like, why isn't your hair in a fro? Right? If I chose to dye my hair blonde, it's just the truth. If I chose to dye my hair blonde, people are gonna. Okay, it's the truth. If I chose to dye my hair blonde, right?
Maybe that's your anecdotal experience.
It's the truth. Sorry,
I don't think that's the majority of black guys are gonna say that. I'm sorry.
I don't think I'm saying the majority. I'm saying the majority of black guys that are pushing out those statements. I think the majority of black guys like black women, right? It's these outliers that are very chatty on the internet.
Oh, okay.
So I'm saying the chatty ones on the internet that are perpetuating certain stereotypes, there is nothing that you can do because the reality of the situation is they're looking for an excuse. They're looking for any excuse. So no matter how a black woman shows up, they're going to find an issue with her to justify their actions.
Yeah, cool. I agree with you. I hear what you're saying and I agree. There's going to be of course, there's going to be some black guys that no matter what a black woman does, he's always going to find an issue. I get that. But there's some black guys out there, and I think that a lot of the black guys that they may date out and then they get questioned on it, I think there is a large percentage that they would be open to dating a black woman, but they have like an actual point of why they don't or why they're not with one right now.
Do you want to know?
And with the hair thing, we have to be real. As I already asked you lot, if you go to any club, even the lady from America, right? If I was to ask you lot, to go to any club right now, which is a predominantly black club, what percentage of the black women are going to have their natural hair? It's going to be
the same percentage of dudes who but it's weird that you're worried about hair. you guys will sit there and fake entire personalities, but you're worried about like our hair that's not hurting anybody. That's crazy work.
If there was just like, if all black women was like, if majority of black, not all, but if majority of black women was to be like, you know what, we don't care what society says, we don't care what black men say, we're all gonna be natural because we are just gonna just do our thing and be natural, be happy in ourselves. What do you think would happen?
No, but there's a cost of doing that though. So you're not understanding.
No, don't tell me about cost. I'm asking you, what do you think would happen?
Are you talking to me? Sorry.
Because think about it, black guys wouldn't be able to use that as an excuse no more, would they?
They would go back to saying, "Oh, we don't like your type of hair." Stop pretending
Yeah.
that black men
No
don't
way.
like
Because most of us have been bullied by black men about our hair.
You think in 2025, where people can get cancelled for saying less than that, Ginger J nearly lost everything, pretty much lost everything because he said take your wig off.
Period.
You think that if all black women,
He didn't just say take your wig off. He was actually aggressive, wasn't he? It was the delivery.
You think that if all black women was like, we're wearing our natural hair from now on, and black men was to come out and say, we don't like black natural hair, do you think that would?
I don't think that's what would
happen. Get away with that?
No, I don't think that's what would happen. I think if all black women chose to let out their natural hair, it's going to be a texturism issue. It's going to be, your hair is short, too short. It's the truth.
It's gonna be like, oh, my her hair's now too short. Oh, the texture.
You haven't done it.
Where I
But
prefer
all these
this.
theories.
I have my natural hair out. I keep my natural hair out.
I leave my natural hair out sometimes.
Yeah, I'm a full lock.
How many days in the year? How many days in the year?
But you're saying this in the UK, where, like I said, I'm in France, and it's getting a little bit better. A lot of like hair salons are not even equipped for real 4C hair. A lot of them aren't. It's crazy work that in 2025 you can have. Hang on. Let me finish.
No,
you can still have your license. I forgot the word in English for somebody who does hair and not know how to even do Afro hair. We're like a minority of a minority. So in the UK, I've done 11 years in the UK. Not every single place already, just in the UK, where you guys are honest compared to the rest of the world. Great. With 4C hair, not everyone can even do my hair. For us, we're the only ones where you have to learn how to do your own stuff. A lot of people have to do their own like hair remedies. It's not the same. It's not the same. You're not really equipped. So you're saying if everybody did that, not everyone can. And then also in the UK, you've got like super hard water in some places.
I understand, but it's not it's like, respectfully, it's not our countries though. So
yeah, but I'm telling you, as somebody who's lived around the world in different places, you are some of the most equipped, and you still, in 2025, there are some places where somebody can say, hey, I have my license to do hair, but you don't need to know how to do 4C hair. Do you know how difficult it is? Yeah, a lot of like the black women that have their natural hair, which I admire and stuff, end up having to do their own products and their own stuff. Everyone cannot do that. That's why every single person is not out here making their own hair product. That's just crazy work. We don't have the same abilities, whereas like the white person or even the Indians, when you go to India, they can go to any shops. Everyone can do your hair. We have to look for somebody or whatever. We're not even, I've looked in the UK as an analyst. You don't like, what is it? I forgot the website where you can go get your hair done or your nails done or whatever. You don't have any like hairdressers there for the black hairdressers. I had to ask around. It's other hurdles.
I get it.
Do you? So why are you still perpetuating this point? Like you need to know how to like you have to borderline study.
You're talking. Hold on. You're talking about France and Timbuktu and all these places.
Okay. Yeah, and I'm saying here in the UK, you guys are very advanced, and you still can get your hair license without knowing how to do our hair.
You're confusing it because you're just talking about France every second, bro.
Okay, but can we agree that in the UK, even in London, you can't just walk into any hair shop and have your hair done, right?
Stop talking. We're talking about London right now, yeah? And at the end of the day, if you're a black woman and you want to get your natural hair done, whatever, you don't need to go that far to find someone that's going to do it.
But we can agree already. The Chelsea is a no-go.
You don't need to go that far to go to a hair shop that's going to have products that suit your hair.
Okay,
so
King, I want to say this.
Really.
When it comes to black women and our hair as well, it's not only about like taking care of it, right? There are certain factors that also impact our hair growth as well. So we suffer a lot from alopecia, right? And we suffer a lot from traction alopecia. And I think that goes back to what Sevi was saying when it comes to a lot of us have to have this reliance on aunties. Aunties are not professionals, unfortunately, and some of them have a very hard hand. You understand what I'm trying to say? So it's difficult finding somebody who's going to have grace and who knows how to take, like, do the hair properly for it to be protective and not to damage your hair. Not to mention that most black women are deficient. Actually, I won't say most. I'm just gonna say me in iron and other things like that. Right? There's other things, vitamin D. All of this impacts the growth of your hair as well.
Why don't you take?
Let's
no, but
not
what I'm saying
hard
is,
water at the UK.
like,
yeah, no, but what I'm saying is that
like,
often, no, but okay,
you
let me
gotta
land,
take
let me land. You get it,
responsibility
you get
for
it when I
your own
land.
things, though. Like,
I'm saying oftentimes
if
look.
you know there's if you know
I give
you're
up
at risk of being deficient in one aspect or another, then you take
Right.
the measures to
Yeah, but
to
what I'm
help yourself.
see, but this is
And
the
so the
thing.
measures can be
it would be
protective
that easy.
hairstyles.
If only it was that easy. Then now let's say I'm having this
You
issue.
just said that
Wait,
you're deficient in iron and vitamin D. Then take
Yeah, okay, I
supplements.
haven't
take
finished.
supplements.
I haven't finished. Right? So a lot of people have these deficiencies and they're not even aware. They'll go to their doctor. Their doctor isn't familiar with black women's hair. A lot of doctors perpetuate stereotypes against black women, and they'll say, "Oh, well, maybe just your hair just doesn't grow," not recognizing that they need to do certain tests and certain things. Like certain people wouldn't recognize these things. So I'm saying there's other issues that are going on that people don't know, and they're not factoring in.
Okay.
You understand what I'm trying to say?
Okay, I get it.
Okay?
But as a person, as an adult, you're an adult. You're not a child.
Yeah.
So you have a responsibility to yourself.
Absolutely, yeah.
To do what you need to do. Me personally, I do my own research. And I'm a guy. I've done my own research. Oh, I need vitamin D, I need cod liver oil, biotin, selenium, silica, copper, zinc. I know all about that nutrition side, vitamin mineral side of it. And I'm a guy.
Yeah, but then this is
doing this from day one, and you mean to tell me up until an adult you don't know what
no,
you
but then
need
this
to
is the
take?
thing. It goes back to what one of the girls was saying earlier with the shame around black women's hair. So I think there's a lot of black women that wouldn't want to openly admit that they're going through these issues because they don't want that shame that comes with that. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? And I think that's a very sad thing. I do think that a lot of black women need to learn how to better take care of their hair. I do think there's an over dependency on extensions and wigs and stuff at times, right? I can recognize that, yes. But I would say that sometimes there isn't this incentive for some people to seek this help because I can just throw on a wig, right?
I've got a question.
Yeah, but and then why wouldn't that be the solution?
I got a question. Okay, go on.
Like, how come we're not allowed to have that as being the remedy? That's just weird. And you're saying, oh, I'm doing the research, I'm doing that. That's the equivalent of Jeff Bezos be like, well, I'm a multimillionaire or a billionaire, sorry. I've done the work. Why aren't you? Certain people don't necessarily have that kind of time, energy to do that kind of research. And you're saying, like, in London, it's not too far to go to a hair shop. We can agree that, like, if I stay, like, in King's Cross at the station, Frank Provost, I think, there's, like, a hair shop for the other demographics, but not for us. So you still have to go to particular places in a country that's very well advanced when it comes to like 4C hair. Not to mention the super hard water that you have, where everybody cannot afford to buy like a water softener for your hair because you've got I forgot the name of the thing. Sorry, something in the water that makes it like even more difficult for 4C hair to grow. But you're making it seem like one of the solutions, because everybody does not necessarily want to be a freaking hair chemist, cannot really be wearing like protective hairstyles. Why can't that be the solution?
I would just say,
I never said you can't wear protective styles, though. What are you talking about?
Okay, King. Why? Let me ask you this: why are you focused? Because we moved on from the conversation of hair. We were going to discuss aggression, I think, or attitude, or something along those lines. So, what is bringing you continuously back to black women's hair?
I think that's
because the new guest wanted to talk about the hair.
Okay.
I wanted to talk about the other. Like I'm not stuck on nothing. Like,
okay. That's all I wanted to know.
I wanted to move on anyway. Like I didn't really want to talk about the hair anymore.
Are we all in agreement? Shall we move on to aggression?
Yeah, go on.
Okay.
Yeah, so like, do you think there's any validity to when like you hear black guys say, "Oh yeah, the attitude"? Like, do you think there's any validity?
I do, but I feel that some empathy and compassion, when we need to understand that communication, all behaviours are communication. The eldest black daughter needs to be studied. they're often the second or third parent in the household, have a lot of responsibility put on them. It's not a soft life. You're not going to then be vomiting sunshine. You're going to have attitude. You might feel angry. And often our parents, especially if your parents are first generation or whatever, we're not often raised on love. We're raised on discipline, hard work, etc. You're not going to be soft because of that, like because of how you're brought up as a black woman, child, girl, whatever, in the household.
No, I agree with you.
I also think that it's not.
But it's not
especially
just
with-
black women that are going through that, though.
I think no,
I feel like
true.
it is.
But then also, I think with this particular topic, I don't think it's also just black men that say that we're aggressive. I think that's definitely a everyone perspective, point of view, definitely, especially
Absolutely.
because my experience has mainly been white women that have made me feel aggressive or loud when I'm just having a regular conversation. Not sure why. I don't know if it's because of my complexion or my whatever it is, but it's definitely not a black men thing. But do think sometimes black men do partake in that. Oh, she's aggressive when I'm just voicing my opinion. Does that make sense?
I think it's the same way black guys get that stereotype of he's aggressive as well, or
Exactly.
intimidating. Do you get
Like
what I'm saying?
you,
Like
for
I
example,
get it all the time. I'm walking
exactly.
I get it all the time. I'm walking down the street. Like sometimes the woman will clutch her handbag, or she's pulling her child close to her. Oh, like this black guy's walking. But there was one time I was walking on the way to the gym. They fully went on the grass. They went off of the pavement onto the grass to walk around me, like, and then they went up. Once I was past, they went back on the pavement.
So that's something definitely we can both agree on, and we both have similar experiences where it's other people, other races that will make us feel like we're dangerous or angry or aggressive people when we're just existing. I just have tattoos.
Yeah, but this is the thing,
it.
though. When we're having this conversation about black men who choose to date non-black women, right? And we're talking about this side of them, not all of them. I would actually say the majority. I know I might get in trouble for that, but I would say the majority of them that push these narratives, right? Because these men are aligning with Western beauty standards.
Yep.
They have been indoctrinated too. Best believe.
I agree with you.
Okay.
I agree with you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So when we're talking about this indoctrination and like we're seeing on the TV, that's why black women move certain type. That is also why black men choose to date who they date as well. Yeah, right? That is also why they move a certain type of way as well. So when I'm saying they're perpetuating certain stereotypes against black women, we have to recognize that they're like that's just facts, right? And I think we coddle black men a lot, unfortunately. Okay.
What? Black men are coddled.
Should I go on mute? Should I go on mute?
She has started.
Farabala, please, Farabala. No, but what I'm saying is that I feel like there is in the community there is more grace given to black men. I think so. I do think so.
Why?
I don't think grace is. I don't think there is that as much grace towards black women, which is unfortunate.
It depends on what you're referring to, but yeah.
I just think in general. Honestly, in general. I'm sorry.
What are you referring to?
I genuinely I think in most things in general. Yeah.
It's because they're men first and then they're black second, and we are a double minority.
And I also think when it comes to wait.
Listen. Let me just make it clear. Okay. Yes, back in the day, being a man, that already gave you a massive advantage. But like in this era, no,
come on,
no, not in this era.
This is the thing. Black women, we don't only deal with racism; we also deal with misogyny. So
my God,
and sexism,
bro.
No, but come on, it's just true. Let's keep it real. Let's keep it real. So when we're talking about,
in this current society,
right?
Yeah. As a man, you are walking on eggshells. Even me doing this live stream, I'm walking on eggshells.
See, this is the issue.
What are you talking about? A man and a woman can say the exact same thing, controversial thing online, and one will get cancelled and one will get support.
Doubts. I don't know
that
about
is
that one.
What it is. It depends on what it is. Also,
you mean it depends?
Yeah, like if a woman cheats on a man, it's at the end of the world. The other way around, better.
Listen, they even saying it's true in the chat. Listen, Ginger J, he got kicked off Pen Game because he told Zilla to take a wig off.
Yeah, because
He
the
got
guy
kicked
was
off
acting
Pen
like
Game.
he's a bit
Victoria
odd.
Everest came
Anyway.
out and confessed to sending a man to prison, bro. And she didn't get cancelled. She still got her Instagram. She still got all her followers. She still got her business. She's still making money, bro.
I don't know enough
People
about
even
that to
interviewed
comment on
her.
that one.
And
Yeah,
people even
and
interviewed
we're
her.
talking
and
about two
said
different things.
consensual. What are you talking
No, but those are
about?
very different. Yeah, those are very
That was
different
literally the
things.
other
Though.
He was
day.
insulting all women because it was like, oh, this is why I don't date
not
black
gonna lie,
women.
the Ginger
Before
J-
he
Oh my
dated
god!
her,
So you
from the
think
little bit
what
that I had
Ginger J
seen.
did was worse?
I would say that they're different
No,
situations.
no,
I
no, no.
can't
Hold on,
speak.
hold on, hold on.
No,
You
like
think
I
what
said, from the
Ginger
little
J
bit that I
did
have
was worse?
seen, I don't think that he only had asked her, just that one girl, to take off her wig. What I had seen is the clip about where he's like, "This is why I don't date black women because blah blah blah," and then he started getting like insulting towards black women. That's the little bit that I had
Does
seen.
that
But
still,
no,
regardless?
I'm not
Is
saying it
that
does and it
worse?
doesn't. Just for you to answer
So
the question.
what
I
Ginger
don't
J
have
said?
enough information on
You
it.
think, bro? And you can just go on back chat. You can go watch the whole episode, fam. Yeah, it's there. Yeah, you think what he said in that episode was worse than making a false claim that someone raped you and send them to
Oh,
jail?
that's worse. I don't
You
know
think
that
that is
situation.
even nearly equal?
No, I think
You're
that
tapped.
situation.
I didn't even know the
You're
rest
No, I
of your
think
sentence
no,
until
but
you said
I
it.
think that situation is worse. But I would say it's less. Okay, so that situation of her, I don't know everything about it, but by what you're saying, she made a false allegation against somebody, right?
It's on
Obviously,
video.
yeah. Of course, that's worse. Of course, that's worse. Yeah, of course, that's worse. But what
Exactly.
I'm saying is that
So this is what I'm. So
there
the
isn't
point
any
of no,
conversation
listen,
on
don't
that.
confuse it. The point of what I'm saying
Okay.
is that men, you lot are trying to say that black men are coddled and have got a vibes, and I'm saying in this day and age that is not true, and that's a clear
Okay,
example
we
of
talk
it.
about the Diddy case or whatnot. It's the Cassie's not so innocent, this, that, and the other. Like if it was the other way around, it'd be really different. Like if we all see it when a woman cheats, it's the end of the world. She's a whore. She's this. Oh, sorry, maybe use TikTok language. I'm not sure about whatever the word for that is. But when a man cheats, it's oh, you should have done this, that, and the other. You should have chosen better. You should have, could have, would have, and it's consistently the woman's fault.
No, it's all of these.
That
It's
is,
okay,
but that
okay,
is
okay,
absolute
okay.
crap.
Let me say this. It's
That
all
is
of these.
a lie. That is a lie. If a man cheats on a woman, he's a dog. He's a scumbag. He's an a-hole.
Boys will be
This is that.
boys.
If a woman cheats, oh,
on.
the man must have done something wrong. What would
How come the Nick
what would
Cannons
make
of the
her
world
that
haven't
cheat?
gotten canceled?
That is absolute lies. That's an absolute
Really?
lie.
Didn't
That's not
the
true.
president of the U.S. Cheat and then he ended up getting praised for it?
Future, didn't he make a whole album and people still praised him?
Exactly.
What
So
are you talking about?
So you're using the president as an
No,
example
we're using
that you're trying to
we're
say
using
that
facts
when
about
men
people getting
cheat,
praised.
when you're so you think that society congratulates men for cheating and then it goes hard at women for cheating. You honestly
Yes.
believe that's a lie. That's
A
a
No,
woman
I
mistake.
would say. I
cheating.
would
So
say.
did he or not?
A woman
He didn't get
cheating
canceled,
is
right?
a woman
That's not
cheating
true,
is
fam.
less accepted than a man cheating. A woman cheating is like, oh my days,
Yeah,
like
it's less accepted.
whoa,
There's
like
more of a
she's
taboo.
really went out on her
Okay. You
marriage.
want to talk about America?
What are you
What about
talking
that
about?
show called Scandal, bro? Remember that show called Scandal was very popular.
So, but who was married? Who was
Listen,
married?
So
and
you're
it
talking
had
about the
interracial
fictional
elements.
show versus
So
the
it's
real
not
life
Talking,
president, yeah?
stop talking, one voice. That show had a black woman cheating
Yeah.
on her black husband with the white man president, bruv.
Clock
And it was
it,
very,
clock
very
it.
popular. So for you to try and act like, oh, if a woman cheats,
Talking about-
then
talking about a
everybody
show.
comes down on her. That's not true.
We're talking
Yeah,
about
that's
a
true.
fictional show.
versus
Come
the
on.
actual real life president.
The same way people will lust over Joe from you because he's stalking people. It's fictional. It's pretend. It's
No,
acting.
but the point
Word.
of the, is
They're
the
romanticizing
They
it.
romanticize these things because it's
It's the
fictional.
psychology of it, though. If it was so frowned upon,
Isn't every other rap song about getting
if it was so
vouchers?
frowned upon, why would a show like Scandal be so popular among women, particularly? Why would it be so
Okay,
popular?
King.
Because
If it
it's
was so frowned
pretend.
upon?
Wait, King,
Because
you're
it's
Nigerian,
pretend.
right? So you understand that be you honest now. In Nigerian culture, there's a difference between the way they treat women and the way they treat men. There's a different expectation that they have for girls, right?
Okay.
And they will say, thank you. They will say, okay, boys will be boy. Oh, sure, he's a boy. There's a difference. There is very much this kind of, I don't know how to explain. I would say, the way I think I could put it.
Nigeria represent the Western world.
I'm not saying it does, but obviously I'm just going to speak from my experience. From my experience,
Are
that's
you
what I can speak
Nigeria
on.
right now?
But sorry?
Are you in Nigeria right now?
I'm in Nigeria. I grew up in a Nigerian household.
No,
grew
are
up
you in
Nigerian
Nigeria
household.
right now?
No, of course not. But what
Do
I'm
you live
saying
in?
is that
Have you been living in Nigeria predominantly your whole life?
no. But what I'm saying
No.
is
So
that
why are you using that as an
because
example for
because I
us in the
grew up
West? We live in the
okay.
West, bro. We
Right.
know that
But
it's
I
different
grew up in
here.
a Nigerian household. I would say there's enough Nigerians
Yeah, but
around that I'm socialized.
when you step out of your house, you're not in Nigeria though.
Right, but I'm saying I'm socialized enough with Nigerians to see this often, to see that this is something that is happening, and it's how you grew up. I don't care about. I know what people always say about your environment. Your environment. I think the household matters more. To be honest, how you grew up in your house matters more than what happens outside. To me, anyway. But I
No,
don't.
I hear
okay,
that,
if
but
you're
I'm not just talking about individual niche households or niche cultures. I'm talking about in general, though, in
Yeah.
this side of the world.
in
Like, I'm
general
not
in the
even saying what you're
UK,
saying. So,
Talking
listen,
about
in
cheating.
terms of the Nigerian culture,
Right.
I do agree with you. But if you look at it on a broader scale, is it like that? No, it's not like that in this side of the world. It's not.
What, that men don't get canceled for cheating?
No, I'm saying that men do not get praised for cheating on their wife. They don't get praised for that.
Really?
I would say that there's this whole.
You're trying to make out like that's mainstream.
Nick
That everybody's
Cannon
like,
got
yes, well
paid for
done,
having
bro.
kids left, right, and center, and cheating and stuff like that. It's like, aren't every other like rap songs about getting loads and loads of women and so on?
And
And
why
so
would you? But rappers are not
no,
role
but you're
models, though.
the what?
No, I would
Talking
say
about
okay.
like
I
the
would say
culture.
the best
Rappers are
way I
not
think
meant
you
to
can
be
put
role
it.
Prince,
models. This is one of
excuse
the
Charles.
problems
They're
with
not.
black
But
communities anyway.
so your
Listen,
argument was
Hello,
that is
Al.
Charles,
that is
didn't he
but that
marry
is one
his
of the
side
biggest
chick?
problems in the black communities because we always look at the most degenerate people as role models, bro.
Okay, let's talk about the
Rappers don't
kings
do
and
that.
queens.
So
Okay, let's
who
talk
gives a
about the
crap
kings
what
and
rappers
queens of.
do?
Let's talk about the kings and queens of the country. Didn't our king marry his side chick?
What?
Camilla, is it Camille? Camille? What's her name again?
Not Camille.
That's not my king.
Didn't he marry her? And people be and she's
That is not
even.
my king. That might be. That's not
But
my
that's our
king.
king. You said let's
Nah,
look
that's
up
your
to the
king. That's
the
not
right
my king.
people, right? That's the
It's
king
not
of the
even. They're
country.
not black.
The
They're not
king of
even
the
black people we're talking
country.
about right now. But I get
Oh,
what you're
now we're not
saying.
talking about. I thought we were talking about men.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, but
Yeah.
like,
Oh,
bro, it still wasn't praised though. What he done was not praised, and people
you,
liked
yes,
Diana. People
he
liked her,
definitely was praised. He definitely was
and she
praised.
was cheating as well.
Yeah, and she didn't get the same treatment because people
Nah, but
hate
she was
her.
just a
Hold
girl,
People
on,
hate
though.
hold
her.
on.
People
She
hate
was
her.
cheating as well.
People hate
And guess
Camille.
what? And
Was
guess
it
what? When
Camilla?
people
I
talk
don't know.
about listen, and when people like to reminisce about Princess Diana, do they always bring up she was a cheater? Nope.
No.
And
Okay,
she
so
got
this is okay. When it came
She
to
unalived.
was
Diana,
cheating as
though,
well.
She got
So
they were
unalived.
let's not even
separated.
go.
But
Like, you're not gonna win this argument, bruh.
okay,
You're
but this
not.
is okay. Okay, I don't agree with that. The king and I don't think that's a good one to put because I definitely team Diana. We don't like Camille. Okay, we don't like Camille, right? But what I'm gonna say is that in Western society, there's still that boys will be boys. Oh yeah, well he's just not he's a boy. That's how boys move. That's what boys do. Or if a kid is like slinging it around, oh well he's a guy. That's what a guy can do. And then there's a double standard when women do these things. So I would say that there is. Come on, let's keep it for real. Let's come on. Let's be honest.
I don't
You're
think
just lying, King.
Expected
I don't
from
think
men.
women. I don't think in general society, in the West, they come down harder on women
I
for
do.
cheating than they do on men. I don't believe that. I just don't believe it.
This is basically what just
When it's a woman,
And anytime there's even a talk of infidelity, they always
Right.
assume it's the guy doing it. And when actually, when you look at the figures, it's actually 50-50. And really and truly, even with that being said, I think women probably cheat more than men do. They just don't get caught.
this one we know
Topic,
it
though.
didn't apply. But as far as the attitude goes, you saying that is viewed the same as just crazy. Where is that based just on opinion or just a fictional show or like what do you have to back this up? Like you saying that society is not coming down any harder on men than it is on women for cheating. What is that based off of? Is that based on the fictional show that we were talking about, or actual
Scan. That was just an example of how people view when women do things wrong. You know, just like the Victoria Everest, that was another example. When women do things that are wrong, you know, it's kind of ignored or, oh yeah, she did wrong, well, like move on. But when a guy does something even remotely wrong, the whole world has got to flipping come and judge him. And
Well, what's
No, but
I'm
then,
not
okay.
sorry.
defending I'm not defending when black men do, when men do things wrong, but I'm saying that when men do things wrong, we are held to a higher standard. That like, oh, how dare you do that? How dare you say that? You're
No, but
terrible.
see, this is
You
the
need to be
I
thing.
held
think even
accountable.
preachers will tell you that
Women don't
like
like
it's,
being
you
held
have to
accountable,
pray
bruv.
for the
And women
guy
don't even
to
hold
not
other
cheat
women
or
accountable. Women don't even hold other women accountable, really, for the
what
most
is it that
part.
you would want women to be accountable for?
Have the same energy.
No, but this is the thing.
Have the
Women don't.
same
This is the
energy. It's
thing.
a
Okay,
simple thing.
King,
Have the
King,
same
King, King,
energy.
King. Women
For
don't
what
have to
exactly?
hold other women accountable because society holds women accountable, right? When we talk
Yeah,
about single
like
mother,
they did
okay.
with Victoria Everest.
No,
Yeah,
when we talk about single
yeah, of course
mothers,
they
when we
did.
talk about single mothers, right? We don't really focus on the deadbeat dad.
Exactly. That's why
Like
the
there's
big
there.
cannons are
Come on,
What?
be
praised.
honest.
Mother, where's the dad?
That's why we don't really talk about the fact that Elon Musk doesn't really take care of his kids like that. They think that throwing money is taking care of your kids, and everybody ignores
No,
it.
most of them
Like
don't even show money. Let's be real.
Nick Cannon having 12 kids, that was normal.
exactly, and him still not being canceled in any way, shape, or form is insane.
12 different households, that's normal.
Wow. So
Yeah. So
you're
when it comes to
saying
that
that
situation with
bruh, do you realise you just said deadbeat dad? Why is there nothing called deadbeat mum? How come that doesn't exist? That's not even a term.
What are you talking about?
because
Exactly.
the
What am I
single
He
mom
talking
is
just
the
about?
said
opposite. The
Exactly.
single
single
It
mum.
mom is
doesn't
the
He said
opposite
exist.
to that.
Because
single
at the end of
mum.
the day, you're saying that men don't get held accountable or don't get reprimanded for their bad behavior. And
No.
in this case, in this instance of when there's a single mum, you're saying that the men don't get held accountable.
I'm saying there's more of a
There's a
negative
whole,
connotation.
there is a whole term which
Right, right.
is commonplace called deadbeat dad.
Yeah, and how does that impact the
If
men
that
though?
if
It's
men were
there's a
not held
difference.
accountable, there wouldn't even be a
No,
term
but see,
like
this is the
that.
thing. There's a difference because what a lot of men they can be
There's women
called
out there
that, and
that
it's
are
not
deadbeat
impacting them in any
mums and
way.
they don't get held accountable.
You
Nobody
don't.
talks
Okay, I
about
disagree with that.
women that are terrible mothers. No one don't talk about that.
Do you know any deadbeat mums?
What?
Do you know any deadbeat mums?
I know whatless mums. I know there's women. I know women that
No, you said
they
let's talk
shouldn't have
about
children.
deadbeat
They got their
mums.
children with them, but they're not looking
No,
after them.
no, we're talking about deadbeat mums.
What do you mean, like deadbeat
But
mum? What do you mean by that?
a deadbeat mum, someone, a
What that?
mum
What up
who's
and left?
up and left the child.
Actually, I have got an example. One of my friends, yeah, yeah, you're laughing because it's like, oh my god, he's got
I
one.
didn't laugh.
Yeah,
No,
dude.
I'm
Yeah,
laughing
dude.
because
One of my
one.
listen, you asked for it,
One.
and I'm giving it to you
Okay.
now. Yeah, my friend, yeah, he was with his girl from school. Only girl he ever slept with, blood. Only girl he ever slept with up until that point, anyway. Had kids with her, everything. Yeah, boom. Guess what she did after a while? She was like, you know what? I've had enough because she's a good-looking woman. She said, I had enough. I want to go and live my life and hang out with rappers, bro. Left the guy. The guy looks after the kids.
Clock it, clock it. Clock it.
Deadbeat.
So don't act like it doesn't
No, but,
exist.
no,
It's just
but
not
how many? And
mainstream.
then now,
It
how many?
happens.
And
It
now, how many
happens.
deadbeat dads do you know?
What?
How many deadbeat dads do you know?
Be honest.
Me personally,
Yeah.
in my personal circle of
Mm.
people, I don't know no guys that just left their
Oh,
kids out to the
Majesty.
wolves. I don't associate with people like that. I don't have those kind of friends that would just leave their kids to the wolves. Like, no, I don't have friends like that.
Well, to answer your
No.
question,
I'm not
because you
saying they
said
don't exist. I'm not saying they don't exist, and I'm not even saying what you're trying to say is wrong. But let's not act like every woman is a perfect mum. That's not true. But when women do it, when women don't do their duty properly, they don't get held accountable. That's my
of course
point.
they do. They get
By
held
who?
accountable by their own children later on.
Yeah, but
You
not
know
by
what I'm saying?
society on at large.
Because society probably don't know what's going on in their household.
Oh,
Me, for
how
example,
convenient! How
I know a lot
convenient!
of people years later will hold their parents accountable for trash parenting.
How convenient, fam.
When
Anyway,
are you
Am I
when okay,
lying,
let me
guys?
ask you this. When you're talking about women holding other women accountable, but earlier you were saying that when it comes to hair and stuff, women
you brought it
speak
back to
against
hair
women.
now.
No, wait. I'm not going. I'm gonna actually pivot to something else because I feel like you just mentioned earlier that we are harder on other women, right? You said that yourself that we have a tendency to be harder on other women more so than even men.
And I meant in terms of criticizing each other in looks. That's what I meant. But in terms of holding each other accountable for serious like bad behavior, no, I don't know.
But you guys promote bad behavior though.
What?
What about what's that guy? What's his name? YB?
I knew you were going to say
KSI?
some rapper. Because again,
KSI?
rappers are the
That's
role
your
models of
favorite.
black
You guys
people.
come on.
You
Be
lot love
real.
rappers.
Be
Do you know
real.
what? Do you
You
know what
promote
I
it.
realized? You women
You
love
promote
rappers,
it.
bro. You love these degenerate idiots, bro.
What do you mean you
them.
love them?
So that's why anytime there's a conversation, they always get used as an example. Oh, but this rapper.
No, but when it
Why do
comes
you
to those
expect a
rappers,
rapper to
though,
be doing anything good? They
okay,
rap
but
about
okay,
death and violence and selling poison to their
okay,
community.
but when women do
sleeping with
it,
other people's girls.
when you got a sexy
Why would
red,
you use
when
them
you got a
as an
gorilla,
example
there's
for
a different
anything?
reaction. There's a different reaction when it's a woman making that type of music, though. You understand what I'm trying to say? So
Pardon?
when a woman makes that type of music, there's a different reaction. No? So when Sexy Red came out and she was very like sexual, men weren't happy. They were talking about, oh, she's a degenerate. But then they're listening to YB and let me think of another one. Another good one. KSI. For sure.
KSI.
I have guys, when people KSI is real. If you see KSI, let me know.
Yeah.
'Cause I got people
Alright,
KSI, so
cool.
I'll try to KSI.
So you're saying black men, they're okay with black male rappers, but they don't like female rappers.
Come on, yeah, you seen it. You seen it.
Well, at the end of the day, me personally, I will agree. No, I don't know. I've not really heard like in like the majority of black men. Oh yeah, sexy red is bad. Sexy red is bad. No, I don't. No, I don't believe that.
Do you listen to Ivorian though?
I don't like music. I don't like any. I don't like
Oh,
rap.
now
I
you
don't
don't
like
like
nothing.
rap. Yeah.
I don't like nothing. Yeah. I listen to motivational talks.
Yeah, okay, sir.
No, I do. What's it? Motiversity. I listen to that when I go gym. Them 3 hour long videos. Like you don't know about me. I'm different to what I look like. Like because I know at the end of the day, all this rap is a lie. All of it is social engineering. It's programming. That's why we're even having these dumb conversations and conflicts because
Yeah, do you know what's
the wrong
funny?
people as role models, bruv.
I was having this conversation with my friend the other day, and when it comes to like the image that like a lot of these rappers like were pushing for women, and like a lot of these girls that they were kind of like dating, and the a lot of colorism and stuff that they were pushing. These guys were dating each other. They like men.
Oh,
Let's say
let's not go down that road, man. Allow
they were
that
trying
road,
to.
man.
No,
No,
but
man.
Diddy. I'm
No,
talking about
no,
Diddy. I'm
no,
talking
no,
about
no,
Diddy.
no. We're not doing that. We're not
Okay,
doing all of that.
damn,
We're not doing all of that. And we're not doing all of that. We're not
Okay,
doing that.
my bad.
So let's get back to the characteristics that you lot believe these coconut guys say about black women. So you're saying that you lot explained that you believe the aggression or that the hardness of personality comes from coming from like single parent homes where a lot of times if the girl is the oldest, then she's like the third parent or the second parent, and that leads to frustration and why they could be harder. But I'm saying this: guys come from the same environments too.
I don't think that actually. I think when it comes I think yes, we go through more trauma, yeah, and that can lead to certain reactions, but I think other groups of people have those reactions as well. I would even say more so. I think a lot of women use that as an excuse. Latinas definitely kind of put on that kind of spiciness. Russian women do it too. I just think there is a different reaction when a black woman is doing something. I would say in general, black women we're more passionate. I'd say that, but I don't think we're aggressive. I'm sorry. I don't buy that.
You lot,
I was the one
would
that
you
said
say?
that.
Oh, go on.
And I said that just because I feel like black girls have a lot of responsibility in the home, and the discipline is different for black girls in the home as well. And then
I think
obviously that manifests.
one of you said a really good point about like, especially if you're coming from like a first generation
Yeah.
standpoint, like a lot of our parents, bruh, they wasn't they
just
wasn't
not
kisses
soft.
and cuddles and
No, they wasn't.
love you. Like
I said
like back
that.
in the days, like back in the days when you'd go to your friend's house, like, oh Timmy,
Yes.
Timmy has invited me to his house.
100%.
You see how they acted. The parents are hugging them,
100%.
and you're like, raw, like
We're
that's
not raised
mad.
on. Personally, obviously, we can only speak for myself, but I wasn't raised on. Obviously, my parents love me, but they love me through discipline and
Yeah,
education and blah
yeah,
blah blah. It
yeah.
wasn't a soft life at home. It was do your chores, look after your siblings, and I had, for the most part, mum and dad, by the way, must say. So what I'm just saying is, yeah, and they got that from their parents, and it got passed down like that. So, of course, that's not going to raise soft people. You're not going to be soft from being raised like that. You're not. And we are more
Let me
expressive.
No,
say
I
this. Let me
see.
say
This is
this.
where I
Let me say
disagree.
this in defense of us black guys, yeah. That I know that this is true, and to a certain extent, I have this in me as well, yeah. What happens is when you come from this kind of tough love, like especially if you come from just a single parent, single mother household, that you come from tough love. Yeah, your mum loves you, but the way it's expressed is tough.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
it makes you like, okay, when I go out in the world and I'm looking for a woman, I don't want a woman like my mum, bruv.
So what I said earlier.
And a lot of black guys won't admit that. But it's maybe subconsciously that's
Why
in
would
their
you
mind.
not?
Like, you don't want a woman like your mum, bruv. Like,
So I was
I'm
right
sure
when I
your
said it
mum
was the
being like that
mom.
would have made you feel safe, secure to some level. Why would you not be looking for those things in a partner?
no,
Like protected,
you're not clocking what I'm
safe,
saying. You're not catching it.
secure.
You're not catching what I'm saying. It's not about the safe or secure. It's about like, because at the end of the day, when you're looking for a woman that you're gonna be with, you want someone that's gonna be soft, like supportive, nurturing. They're gonna show
But
you
that's a
affection,
luxury.
love. Like they're gonna be soft. Like you're not
And
looking for
King,
some. You're not looking for someone that's like
but King,
hard.
That's a
that's what I was
luxury
trying
that
to
I
say
feel that
You know
earlier.
black
what I'm
That's what I
saying?
females
was
don't
trying to
get to
say
have.
earlier when I
It's a
was saying
luxury
that
to
it
be like
goes
that.
back to that environment that they grew up in. It goes back to how hard their mom had to be. Do you
Exactly.
understand what I'm
Yeah,
trying? And it's
I'm
an
not. Yeah,
unfortunate
yeah, yeah.
thing.
I agree
It's
with you.
unfortunate.
Yeah, it's
It's
unfortunate.
sad,
Yeah, it's
but
unfortunate.
it's the reality of the situation. And I think oftentimes a lot of black men, they love their mom, but I
Yeah.
think some of them resent their mom in certain ways as well. Absolutely, I really do think that, because I feel like there is kind of a difference when like a mom is being very disciplinary to like like a young boy. Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
Yeah,
There
yeah.
is this kind of ego
Because
thing.
really and truly, it's the dad that's meant to be
Yeah,
doing that.
it's
It's the
yeah,
dad. It's the dad that's meant to be doing that.
yeah.
Really. So,
So
it's like an imbalance. If it's
yeah,
like as a young boy and it's your mum acting like the dad,
yeah.
it's kind. I never even really thought about it, but now it makes so much sense. That's crazy. Because then that kind of warps your view. Like, do you get what I'm saying? Because if
Yeah,
it's your
and
dad that's
that's what I was
disciplining
trying to
you,
say.
and then your
And
mum's the soft one, the soft parent, then it's like, oh, okay, cool. Like
and
that's
that's when
kind
they're
of
looking
natural progression. But
right.
it's like it's not. It's kind of off when it's a single mother and she's tough. It's kind of off.
And then
Yeah,
that's
that
the
makes
thing.
perfect sense.
So then they stay, obviously their mom looks a certain type of way. They go outside and they're gonna think that, okay, she has similar features to my mom. She kind of, they're associating that. Maybe subconsciously. I'm not saying
Maybe. I
maybe.
actually I'm agreeing with where you're going with this.
You
Actually,
see,
I'm
so then
agreeing.
they're associating that with her. So they're looking for something completely outside of that. And then
Completely
also,
different. Yeah.
and then do you know the craziest part about it and the saddest part about it? Then they'll put on the TV and it's reaffirmed on the TV.
Yes, and
It's
that's the
reaffirmed on
social
the TV. So they're
engineering.
saying, okay, this is
That's
what
the
it is.
social
This is what it
engineering.
is.
Yep. And then you
Okay,
got to
so then
remember, like, and I'm not making these as excuses or anything. These are just observations, right? Like when you go out and then you interact with women from other communities, and they've been socialized a different way. Like they didn't,
right.
their mum was soft to them, and like what I said, when you go to your friend's house and they're white or whatever, and then their mum is all, do you want a cake? Do you want a So so without even knowing, these girls from those homes, they've been socialized to be like that.
Right.
So when a black guy comes into contact with them girls, and it's not only white girls, black girls can be like that too. Don't get it twisted. It's not all black girls are.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm saying when they come across maybe a white girl or a non-black girl that is completely opposite to what he's seen, he's gonna be attracted to that. He's gonna be like, fuck.
But then, do you know what's the craziest thing? The craziest thing about it is that most people, like, they might not be intentionally looking for somebody who acts like their parent, but most people get into these relationships and then they're recognizing, wow, this woman is very similar to my mom. This guy's very similar to that. And they subconsciously now pick somebody that's reflective of their background. And I think a lot of people are naive and they think, okay, because they physically don't look that certain type of way, that they're not actually going to behave in those similar ways as well, and they don't have these characteristics, and some of them have a tendency to even be worse. And I think my babe left, but she was talking about, like, a lot of men go into, like, black men, they'll go into relationships an interracial relationship, and then the woman is dominating. Some of these men are unalived by these women. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Because they're thinking that it must be them now. Because this woman could never be. They could never picture her to have these characteristics because they've placed that onto black women, right? They've placed these negative characteristics. So it's black women that are like this. So it's me now. I'm the problem, and that's why she's acting this way towards me. This white tea woman is abusive to me and she's mistreating me because it's me. They're internalizing it as if their problem because they can't associate these white tea women with these negative characteristics anymore.
I listen, as a guy that I've messed with women of all different backgrounds, yeah. Listen, you lot are all crazy, bruv. You don't know. You lot are all capable of being evil, bruv. So like I don't even, this is why I'm different. I don't look at it by because even sometimes when I do videos and I see like comments from black guys and they're like, oh yeah, black women this, but I'm like, bruh, you ain't really been outside like you think you have, because if you have, you will realize that white girls can mess you up as well, bro. Like they will do it stone cold as well. Like don't ever get it twisted, bro. Like,
and respectfully, it's like the guys that okay, now how can I say this now? Okay, black women, we're very diverse, right? So I think when it comes to this whole phenotype conversation, like we are not a monolith. We are the most diverse looking group, right? We are very, very diverse in the way we look. So I'm not buying this whole, oh, it's the way black women are presenting themselves. Baby, I'm starting to think that you just can't get the girl you want. So you gotta move out. Like I love this guy
that is
bro. They can't get the girl that they want because I'm looking at you and you look like a gremlin. And you're telling me that I should want...
I have to jump in now.
I'm not going to do it.
I have to jump in. Listen. Because I want to move on to the next attribute, yeah?
Yeah.
Like, a lot of the black guys that you see with white girls or non-black girls, you got to realize they got rejected by black girls.
Yeah, bro.
So if we know that's true, if we can agree that a lot of these guys, they probably got rejected and shut down by black girls, yeah? By black
sad, man.
Can you really be mad at them if now they're with non-black women and now they're showing their kind of disdain towards dating black women when all they know is they got rejected?
No, I don't think. I think if you're getting rejected and then you're like the type of guy that's now going to be annoyed and stuff like that, that's your character flaw. That has nothing to do with the women. I don't have to. You can't force me to be attracted to you. Do you understand what I'm saying? So if you're constantly being rejected, that's not my problem. I'll be real. Like, that's not my problem. That's not my issue. But this is the thing. A lot of these men, they'll be talking like, with like, not trying to, I don't know if he's your friend, but that ginger gay guy, like, he looks like a beast.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Yeah, but this is the thing. You're saying that about
like, I'm not trying to be rude.
No, but you are trying to be rude.
No, but I'm just saying, like, I don't know how to put it. I don't know how to put it.
Like, you are. Like, I don't like people who do that, yeah? You'll say something, you'll insult somebody.
Okay.
And you say,
I'm not gonna say beast. You look like,
you know what you're doing, fam.
Okay, I'm gonna say beast. Okay, I'm not gonna say beast is hard, speech is hard. I'm gonna say, you're not my spec. You understand what I'm trying to say? He's not my spec.
Don't spin the block. You've already said it. It's too late.
I'm gonna go on you guys.
Yeah, at the end of the day, and yeah, like, it is what it is, innit? Like, everyone doesn't have to like everyone, but like, I just think this: if a guy has just been getting rejected by black women, and then he goes to another community and they welcome him, I don't think no one should say anything. Everyone should just keep their mouth shut, bro, because you didn't want him anyway. What do you want him to do? Be single and be miserable?
Yeah, but then this is the thing. I agree with you, but then they're perpetuating things that impact us now, though. Like when we were talking about that whole UK beast thing, right? They're perpetuating things that are impacting black women. Even, that's what I'm saying, even these performative black men too. Like, I do not like Mr. Umar. That, like, me and Mr. Umar, we can go back and forth in the boxing ring. Like, I don't like Mr. Umar at all because he does this thing. He's like the opposite side of the spectrum. He does this thing where he's like, oh, black men, yeah, take one for the team and date a black woman. That's how he pushes it out there.
Take one for the team. What the hell?
The way that Dr. Umar speaks, he speaks as if black women are not desirable, and then he's convincing black men to progress the black community. You have to choose a black woman.
You can't even take him serious because he's creating baby mamas.
He's the worst, bro.
He's baby mamas. So, like, bro,
and he's always dressed like a tourist.
Let's move on to the next thing, and I want the new guest to speak.
Yeah,
that girl, go on.
Hello, everyone.
What's going on?
Hi.
You waited patiently.
Of course, we have to be respectful.
Yeah, I appreciate that. But go on, what's your take on it? Because I want to get to the next characteristics. thing?
So in terms of like the aggression thing, me personally, I have very dark skin, and growing up, I always had the stereotype that if you have dark skin, you're just very aggressive and rude, and people would treat me based on the stereotype they had of me. So I think a girl said, "Oh, I didn't talk to you because I thought you were rude," or some guys will be very surprised and say, "You're actually very nice. I thought you weren't that, that polite because, girls of your skin tone are X, Y, Z." But me personally, I tried to not like allow that to like knock down my self-confidence, and I tried not to treat people based on how they treated me. But one thing I did realize, and one thing I did observe, was like certain BLK men, when they'd speak about BLK women as aggressive and things like that, sometimes they would accept it from non-BLK women. Like they'll view the same behavior, but they would label it differently. So I think the stereotype is like, oh, she's passionate, she's aggressive, but the other one is kind of spicy and a bit, or like very fiery, that type of thing. So like you have like a big double standard. And I also realized, I think this is a very Western thing, because if you go to somewhere like Nigeria, they would divide the women based on their tribe. They don't really see it as BLK, they see it as, oh, if a woman's from a Yoruba tribe, she's XYZ, but Igbo women are very nice and da-da-da, but they're all still BLK
Can
women.
I ask you a question though? Do you not think you do yourselves any favors in terms of like what you said, like some people will come across you and then they expect you to be a certain way because of maybe what they've seen on social media or TV or music or like whatever thing has influenced them, yeah? Do you think that you lot stray away from them stereotypes, or do you think sometimes you lot you kind of perpetuate those stereotypes? What do you think on the whole? Like obviously not you as an individual, but do you think in general, do you lot like kind of steer away from those negative stereotypes, or do you lot kind of not buy into them, but like kind of push them?
I definitely say as a whole there is a issue within the BLK community where we do kind of play a part in some of the stereotypes that we're given for both BLK men and BLK women. And I'd probably say the types of things that we love to engage in, the types of things we love to watch, like if we're supporting baddies, we can't be upset if people see us in that way, because we are giving them a platform for people to see us in that way. The types of music that we're praising, whether it's a male rapper or a female rapper, we can't complain when we are actively letting it live.
Yep.
If it makes sense.
But then this is the thing though. So let's say now if a black woman is a certain stereotype, let's say a baby mama, for example, I think there is this type of thing where there's this judgment, right? But then the back end, the judgment is like, oh, you're a strong black woman though. Oh, she's a strong black woman. Oh, she's strong. Oh, she's great. Like, you're amazing. So there is this kind of sense that how can I put, I don't want to be mean. Like, how can I put this? It's like, there is this kind of sentiment of, okay, I'm in this position, but I can be now labeled a strong black woman. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? I don't know if I'm describing what I'm trying to say properly, but
I don't know what you're talking about.
No, but okay. So when okay. So let's say you have a single mom. She's a single mom now, right? She has like 5 kids, 5 baby daddies, right? I don't support that. I don't. Okay.
God.
Okay. I'm not supporting that. I'm not supporting that. I think at a certain point you have to learn from your mistake. But a lot of these women, they feel kind of confidence in the fact that they can now be called a strong black woman because she stayed for her kids, and because so they kind of push out that you know what I mean? So then there's this performance to be a strong black woman.
Yeah, dysfunction is praised. Let's keep it real. It's not. There's no shame. Like, it's praised. Like, do you get what I'm saying? Like think about all the like popular characters you see on social media. They're stereotypes. They're cartoon characters, bro. The men and the women. They're cartoon characters.
But then this is the thing, though. We can't. This is the thing. We have to recognize that when it comes to media and stuff, right? Before we were representing ourselves, they were representing us. When it comes to blackface and everything, they already knew what they wanted to see a black person doing, right? Mm-hmm. And then once we started getting introduced into these industries, they just put our face on there. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? They just put our actual face, same content. It's the same content.
So with that being said, would you say that, like, in terms of black women, do you think that you lot are buying into the stereotypes, which are having a negative effect, and now men are saying, "Oh yeah, this is why we date white women because of this personality
Nah, this is the thing.
trait," which are you closely correlated to those negative stereotypes. Do you think you lot are actually doing yourself any favors in general, or are you running away from those characteristics,
No,
or
but
are
see
you
this.
kind of you're saying, "Oh, it's not true, we're not like that," but really and truly you lot are doing
No, but
those
then this
things
is the thing.
or
This is the
supporting
difficult
those
part of the
things?
conversation. We're talking about generalizations here. Not all black women are moving like that, right? If you're one person,
Yeah,
unless
I
you're
know that. That's what I
Gallus.
said in general. I said I'm general.
Yeah, I know. But what I'm saying, when we're having this conversation about these men, right? They're pushing out as if it's all black women. It's not all black women, right? It's not all black
It's
women.
never all. There's never all anything. It's never all anything. But like, think about this. Yeah, think about this. And I'm not saying all women, black women are like this. I'm not
Right.
saying
Okay.
that, right. I want to make that clear. I'm just gonna make this analogy. Yeah. If you go to the jungle, yeah, and you go around lions, yeah, you may meet a lion and it doesn't bite you and it lets you stroke its mane and it's nice and acts like a little cat for you, little pet. But does that mean that from what you know, from what you've seen of lions, yeah, you're not gonna think, oh yeah, that's how all lions are. So now I'm gonna go to the jungle all the time and start petting
But
lions.
then, see,
No, you're
when
not gonna think. You're gonna go off what you think of happens in general. So if there's an individual who has these generalizations about black women, yes, not all black women are like that. But if he has that mindset, he's gonna be inclined to kind of like
yeah,
stereotype.
but this is the thing. I'm not against them moving on. I want them to. I'm not against them moving on to the white tees and the Asian. I don't care what they do. This is the thing. I really don't give. Why am I hearing about it though? That's the
Listen
part.
to the
Why
look
are
at
you
this
coming up to me?
idiot.
Like, I
Hold
don't
on, look at
care.
this idiot in the chat. So you're justifying racism. I just said it's not all, you flipping div. Like you,
No,
you have
I
low
think she came late. I think
comprehension
she came late.
skills,
But then this,
low
no, but then this is goes.
intelligence.
It goes back to the point that we were making now. That it's gone to a point now that when we have these conversations in the black
I'm
community,
blocking you.
we're
I don't
so
even care.
divided. Is we're both like it's like black women and black men right now. We're against each other. That's what it feels like,
Yeah, look,
which is a
like
shame.
you can't even have like this is what I'm saying.
It's a
Like, I'm
shame.
having a real conversation. I'm bringing black women on to have real conversations, and I made a clear analogy. I'm trying to make a point, and then you've got a black woman coming on here telling me I'm triggered, and now I'm fucking endorsing racism. Like this is why there's so much
Because you
conflict.
know why? Because they're used to on the, because obviously you have a following, right?
Yeah.
So there's a lot of viewers in here, but that's not majority of the time the case. Majority of the time the case, when you see a panel and there's a black man and there's a lot of viewers, best believe he's saying something controversial. Best believe
Yeah, but
he's
some
downing on
some of the
black
things
women.
some of the things I've said today, some people may say
Yeah,
controversial.
but what I'm
I get
saying
what
is
you mean. Yeah, I
they're
get what you
usually
mean.
shitting on black women, and that's why the views are up. And that's so she's probably seen that a lot on her For You page. So she instantly just has this reaction, which is unfortunate. It's a sad thing because we're the only community that does this to each other.
And this is why I like doing these videos where I'm talking to women in particular, because I like there's no point me bringing on a panel of guys because we're all going to say the same thing and it's going to go round and round in circles, and you don't really learn anything. You learn when you have like differences of opinions, and because at the end of the day you made me realize something to do with the whole, what was it like, the background, your household, and how it affects who you're going to want to date and stuff like that. And I had a realization from that I never thought about before, so that was good. But let me move on to the next thing, because Danny said something about gold diggers. And I want to hear this part, because I think I have this theory, yeah, that our community is very hypergamous. Do you know what hypergamous means?
Yeah, I do.
So I think that a lot of times in this black community, the women can be very hypergamous, if that's even a term, in comparison to others. Like, and it may not just be monetary; it could be physicality as well. Do you get what I'm saying? You don't want when you want a black guy, you want a black guy that's tall. He's got to be handsome. He's got to
Yup,
be
yup, yup.
this. He's got to be that. Like, if
Yup.
he's not that, then he's mid. He's whack. Like, do you get what I'm saying? Like, so what do you lot think about that?
I'd say with hypergamy, maybe depending on like the culture, hypergamy is a big thing in like African cultures.
Right.
I don't know how it's like in Caribbean or African American cultures, but it is a big
Talk a
thing.
bit louder.
Sorry, can you hear me?
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, I'd say hypergamy is a very big thing in African cultures. That's just how it's been for many years. But I'd also say hypergamy exists in like so many different cultures across the world, aside
It's
from.
in all. I think all women are hypergamous.
Yeah, I think it's just a more of like a gendered thing because gendered roles have been pushed around the world in general, anyways.
I think in Western society that you will see a lot more hypergamy in our community because we don't usually come from low income backgrounds, yeah, and because of that, we tend to be more hyper focused on materialism. Do you get what I'm saying? Like that's the mark of success. Like, do you get what I'm saying? That's what's most important. And then our role models again go back to the media that we present. These rappers and all of that. And what do they show you? They depict images of Maybach, big bust down chains, big bust down watches. Like if you ain't got that, you're broke. Blah blah blah. Like when we diss each other, it's always about who's got what car you got, what you this, what that. Do you get what I'm saying? So I think a byproduct of that is like the women will tend to be more hypergamous. What do you think about it?
I think that's how we measure success because of our history and the experiences that Black people have had to be put through. And I don't want to bring up slave trade because that's a whole massive, but, I think that it does play a part in the psyche. How we dress, how we style ourselves, whatever. I don't believe personally, and I don't know if it's because I'm from the Caribbean community, culture, whatever. I don't see the gold digging thing so much for me and the people I'm around. But I know that it's a stereotype that I have heard as to why someone doesn't date Black girls.
So you've heard Black guys say they
Someone
don't
has
date Black.
specifically told me that they will not.
But then
They
this is the
won't date
thing.
Black girls because they're
I don't
more
agree with it. It's
This goes
Right,
back to the background thing again. It's because they've seen their moms struggle or work 5-6 jobs. So they think Black women have an increased capacity. So they think Black women have an increased capacity because their mom is a hustler. She's a grinder. That's not a bad thing, but that's who she had to be to look after her kids, right? But then now they're going to see a Black woman. They're going to think that she's lazy. They don't want to give her that soft quote unquote lifestyle because they're thinking that she's undeserved because she hasn't done X, Y, and
let's keep
Z
it
that their
real,
mom
though.
has.
Yeah, I get your point, but let's be real though, yeah? Cost of living, bruv. It's not like them days though. Inflation is everywhere. But I was in the train station, I was going boxing. I was in the train station, went to buy Lucozade, ordinary bottle of Lucozade, over £3.
Guys,
It's
a pack of
shocking.
Buenos down to 3 and a pack of Bueno. Disgusting.
Listen, a normal, but obviously this isn't Lucozade because man drinks water in it, obviously. But yeah, boom. Man was buying an ordinary bottle of Lucozade, 500 milliliters. No, it wasn't even 500, it's like 330. £3.60 or something. That is
naughty.
mental. And you meant to tell me that, you're meant to be a real man and give me a soft life I've deserved. Blood, you don't live in the 1940s, bro. When a man would, and remember, in those times that women are referring to, traditional men, women wasn't even allowed to work anyway. So, and the price of living was low. You could buy a house for 30 bags.
Okay, but then when it comes to this conversation then, right, then if you're looking for a woman and you want her to obviously bring in some sort of income to help out the household, then you can't expect her to be a traditional woman.
But listen. It's not even about expect the woman to do anything. It's about the mentality, blood. It's the mentality. Because if I'll tell you now, if I'm with a girl, and she doesn't ever offer to do nothing, bro, this is gonna dissolve very quickly, bro. Because that means she doesn't care about me. She don't care. If when you care about somebody, you're gonna care. You're not even gonna want them to do everything because you're gonna be like, nah, I don't want them just to do everything. I want to do for them.
Yeah, but then this is the thing.
I've seen some crazy videos like on social media where it's just like the woman will be like, oh yeah, my man bought me this, he bought me that. Oh, what did you get him on his birthday? Socks and a scarf. Are you taking the piss? Like,
Does he like socks?
fam, come on, man.
Oh, sorry. He might like
But you
socks.
get what I mean, though. You get my point.
Yeah,
Or
I
like,
get what
the
you mean.
only time that she'll get something from him is if it's his birthday or Christmas. But she demands dates all the time. Like, dating is an expensive thing, you know. I think you don't underestimate that. Oh, the guy should always pay, and I'm not accepting a coffee date. I'm not accepting a walk. If he don't take me here, that means he doesn't like you. Like, the cost of living, and plus he doesn't know if he's ever going to see you again.
Okay, see, but this is the conversation for women in general, right? But then it's like pushed onto black women as if we have this expectation that other women don't have, and other women do have these expectations as well. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not saying that this is exclusive to black women. I'm saying this is women in general. I think women in general these days, the modern women today is very hypergamous.
Wait, King, do you want a baddie or no?
What, as a wife?
Like, does your girl have to look bad? I'm not saying like she has to be a stereotypical baddie. I'm saying like she has to be bad to you. She has to be fine and she has to look good. Do you want that or not?
To be honest, I'll be okay with a 6 at this point in life. I've had bad chicks, bro. Like, I've realized that most girls that are above an 8, they're monetized anyway.
But see, this is the thing. When we have this conversation,
they're not wife. Most girls over an 8 out of 10 are not wifey material. They're monetized.
Oh shoot.
Yes,
okay, so this is, when we're having this conversation,
and then most 6s and 7s, they're aiming for the hottest looking guys. They're going for the hottest looking guys.
I would say that most of the times when I see a relationship, the man is punching with the woman. And I think that's because in society, for women, it's about appearance. And for men, it's about like what you got in your wallet. Unfortunately, that's how society is. So when men talk about this, have this conversation and are like, oh, why are women so concerned about what I do for a living or how much I make? Well, why are you so concerned about her appearance and how she looks? So if it's a woman you're looking for an attractive woman, that's the same thing of a woman looking for a guy that can support her, because that's what society is saying that we should look for in each other. Do you understand what I'm trying to
say? The woman's looking for looks and money, though.
I was going to say no, but that's what I'm looking for. I was going to say no, but I'm
and emotional intelligence.
Hey. Look, Anthony Joshua is out there. So,
wow.
No,
wow.
I'm joking. Hey. Stop.
Next week, she's going to say Chris Brown is waiting around the corner.
Actually, Ovi, I was going to say Chris Brown's not for
me. I'm sorry.
For Ovi.
This is I'll be real, yeah. I'll be so real with you lot, yeah. This isn't specific to just black women, just women in general, yeah. You lot are delusional, fam.
Oh.
Yeah? You lot focus so heavy on these outlier guys, bro. And like you ignore the majority of guys walking around that would be happy to be with you, that would probably break their back at work to provide for you.
Bless their heart.
The guy's too short. He's not good looking enough.
Okay.
He ain't got the right drip.
King, let me tell you something.
He ain't got he ain't got that energy, that street.
King, let me tell you
energy,
something.
Or that hard bad boy energy. He just doesn't have it, bro. Like,
see, this is the thing. When you choose a partner, that's very important. My husband has to be fine. I don't care about all of these short people. I don't care.
What do you rate yourself out of 10?
I don't rate myself. I don't do that.
Oh, how convenient.
No, but this is the thing. My husband has to be fine because I'm building for the future generation. Do you understand? I care about the future generation. So if I have a clapped husband and I'm having clapped kids, but I have to build something fine.
He doesn't have to be clapped. He could just be regular looking.
Like who? Give me a regular looking person.
Most people are regular looking.
Like who?
What do you mean? Go outside. Most people are regular looking.
Why would I see? This is the thing. Why would I date someone I'm not attracted to? Why would I date somebody I'm not attracted to?
It's not about not attracted. At the end of the day, like boom, like looks fade at the end of the day, like
right.
And this is why this is why when you ask me, do I want a baddie? I said I'll be happy with a 6. A 6 is just over average, bro. It's not nothing special.
No, but see, is that by society?
And I've had better looking girls in the past. But
Yeah,
guess
but
what?
this is the
It's not
thing.
all about that. I understand there's different dynamics to
Right.
it. When unfortunately, the reality is, the more attractive a woman is, the less she's going to be wifey material, because she's been
I
socialized.
disagree with that.
Okay?
I
She's
don't
going to
agree
have
with that.
certain ideologies about herself and the world that, bro, I don't
No,
find
I
them
don't agree with
wifey
that.
material, bro. They're not, bro. Like,
I don't agree with that. I don't think just because a woman is attractive, then she's not wifey material.
tend to not be.
No, but then it's this thing. There's a difference
There's
between
no absolutes. There's never any absolutes.
Okay, there's a difference between what you're attracted to and then what society deems as attractive, right? Do you understand what I'm trying to say? So when you're saying the 6 out of 10 comment, I don't like rating people, women, or
6
whatever.
for me. 6
Okay,
on
a
my
6
scale.
for you.
Personal.
Okay.
On my scale. Because what I think is a 6, you might think is a 10.
Nah, but this is the thing. A lot of men, I've noticed, when it comes to marriage, they're willing to settle. I don't agree with settling in marriage.
Well,
My
you're
husband
not a
gotta be
guy,
fine
so it
with
don't
it.
matter, does
You
it?
gotta be a 10 out of 10. Be real.
You're not a guy, so it doesn't matter, innit?
Oh, so
But at the end of the day, let's keep it real. A lot of women, they're going to be single into old age these days. We know that's true.
Here's the thing. I'm not trying to be funny. You guys aren't giving anymore. Do you understand? You guys don't do it for me anymore. Like, this, I should have been born in like the 70s, because the 90s, they were looking a little bit. If I was rocking around in the 90s, guys, the things I would be doing. But the guys these
Well, you be
days, they're
throwing
just a
box
little
around.
bit.
You be throwing
They just
box.
talk a lot. And they just like, always just, I don't know. They're not doing it for me. You get what I'm trying to say? So, yeah, maybe.
You're funny, man. So okay. What is the minimum attractiveness you'd tolerate in a guy, like, out of 10? What's the minimum?
Like, if I'm getting married to a guy, right, I'm not talking about what society deems as attractive.
What is the number?
10 out of 10.
Wow.
It's gotta be a 10
So you
out
want
of
Anthony
10.
Joshua. You basically want Anthony Joshua because you mentioned him already. So you obviously
That's
like
my
that.
type. That's my type.
Wow. How many Anthony
disagree.
Joshuas have you run into?
Come on. In Nigeria, you see a few. Come on. Nigerian men, they're good to look at. They just don't have a good personality. That's the problem. But they're good to look at, though. Let's be real.
But you don't know what you are on the look scale.
What do you mean? I don't rate. I don't agree with. I don't care.
Yeah, so you know you have to rate men, but you can't rate yourself.
No, I don't. No, but you asked me a question. I'm saying in terms like, okay, to me personally, right? It's not about him being attentive.
What do you think I would think if I saw? Hold on. What do you think I would think if I saw you? Do you think I'd holler at you?
Do you know what? I don't.
Try and get your number.
I think you might chase me down the street, and I have to run.
You get me, yeah? Say
No, I'm joking. What I'm saying is this, right? To me, I have to be attracted to my husband, right? It's not about what other people find, if other people think he's attractive or not. It's about, I have to be physically attracted to the guy if I'm gonna marry. I don't agree. I know there's a lot of, I think majority of girls, they like medium ugly. They like all of this. I don't know what's going on there. Me personally, my husband got
looks is what matters most to you.
No, I wouldn't say that. I think intelligence for me is probably the most important thing.
So what's the hierarchy? Looks, money, or intelligence?
Intelligence, then money. Look.
All right. If you have 3 attributes, you had to remove one. Yeah. Which one would you take out? Looks, money, or intelligence?
Looks, money, or intelligence. Shoot. I'm gonna remove the intelligence part so I can scam him and get to their relationship. I'll scam him and get into a different relationship. That's what I'll do. Be real.
Wow. Oh my god. All right, Danny. What do you say about this? The hypergamy, because you had a lot to say. Like,
I mean, I was putting it forward. I didn't say I agreed at all. I don't subscribe to it. And with looks, money, all of that, no. And also I would date. No, not at all. But I also wouldn't. I would date someone who, not that I consider myself to be stunning or anything, but I wouldn't date. I don't care about dating someone who isn't typically attractive. I would date someone who wasn't attractive too.
What would you rate yourself out of 10?
She's a 10 out of 10. She's a 10 out of 10. Oh, whatever.
I really try to stay humble, and I would say like a 5 or a 6.
No.
Oh, wow. Okay. Wow.
Don't be humble, girl. That's how they use you. That's how they use and abuse you.
Wow. We've got
That's how they use and abuse you,
guys.
No, she's a 10 out of 10. She's a 10 out of 10. She's a 10 out of 10. All the girls on here are 10 out of 10.
All girls can't be tens.
All
bruv.
girls are
That
10
don't
out of
make
10.
sense.
Yeah, we are. Don't
How
try
can
that.
all girls be tens, bruv?
All girls are 10, yes.
Just automatically because you've got a box, you're a 10. Is that what you're
And you
saying?
got boobs as well.
Crazy. That
Thank
girl,
you.
what do you say about it?
I'm gonna be honest. My mind has gone blank. I completely.
Let me fill in the blanks. Are you a gold digger?
No, I'm not.
What do you think about gold diggers?
I mean, if they want to gold dig, but I don't agree with it whatsoever. I'm very big on women having their own and finding someone. Like, for example, with me, I like to think a few years down the line, I do want a family, and I want somebody who's also family orientated as well. And obviously, starting where I am, I can obviously understand the position a man could be in, but I need to be able to see, is this person big on investing? Is this person big on the belief that we need to be financially stable before you have children? Some people call it eugenics. I don't believe that's the case. I refuse to raise my children in poverty. So I'd prefer somebody like me. I'm probably just a bit above, but in my experience, I have dated somebody that was significantly low. When I say low, I mean very low. And I just had a very poor experience. I will note that the person's personality probably wasn't like the best, so I'll give the benefit of the doubt. But I
He
have
must have been good looking, boy.
no, he wasn't.
So
But
he was broke and butters.
absolutely, and I have to hold myself accountable for that. That was probably my fault. But one thing I
How the
believe
hell did
in,
he get you then if he was broke and he was ugly?
it's a long story. But one thing, King's riches. Let me finish. But I have dated a guy that wasn't broke or anything, but he just wasn't in like the best work. He was a chef, and he was actually quite sweet, but again, it took a
What's
lot
wrong
of
with
time.
being
It's
a
like,
chef?
pardon? No, when I say chef, it wasn't like a high-end chef. It was literally minimum wage. But he was a very nice guy. But I realized that because of we had such a big difference, it meant that I'm going to have to wait even longer if I want to have a family. And
And yeah, broke men are sad, you know. I've
an
never met a
older
happy broke man. They're
and
always
I'm an older
sad.
woman,
Like, I
so
don't know.
I was like, I can't wait 10 years for you to get to like a particular, if that makes sense. And I don't think there's anything wrong with a woman wanting somebody on her level at the least, because some of the dating
Right.
requirements
So
I've had.
you got rid of the guy. The guy was a good guy to you. He was nice to you, but because he wasn't at a certain salary, you had to end it because you didn't feel like it was
No,
gonna.
it wasn't. That wasn't the case. I went in there saying that, you know what, let's try and like do this together. Let's try and like grow together, because I'm very big on like growing together as a partnership. But with him, it was like 3 years. You're not making any progress. Like, hello, and it's
Yeah,
like
that's
you need
Oh,
true.
to.
like so you're saying he was just too comfortable
Yeah, he
with.
wasn't
Yes,
ambitious enough for her.
comfortability is the big problem, and he wasn't making any progress, and that was something I was like, okay, if you're getting too comfortable, like, hello, I want to have children, and you're not doing anything. That's where I was
Right.
like, well,
So okay, so how important is looks to you, like guys' looks?
it's not like it's not that super important. Just be attractive to me. That's all.
It's not important. Just be attractive.
No, but
No,
like, is
by
this
when
a
I say it's not
charity?
important, I
Is this
mean
a
don't be a
charity?
don't.
No, this
I'm
is
just
wrong.
asking.
Be
Don't get
attractive
mad
to
at
me.
me.
No,
I'm just asking.
I'm just saying you don't need to be a 10 out of 10. Just be somewhat physically attractive, and
Like
also
what?
your
Like an eight?
personality.
Like an 8?
Oh no, like maybe a 6 out of 10. But personality also makes a person attractive the more you get to know them.
Let me ask you
Exactly.
girls this year. Let me ask you girls this year. Like 2 questions. What's the shortest guy you would date? Seriously. And
Why are you turning to this? Why is it turning to
and
this?
would you date a fat guy?
For me, the minimum is 5'8", and I wouldn't date a fat guy. No,
Okay.
because
What
I'm not
about
fat.
Danny? What about you?
Height's not an issue, and I would date a fat guy.
And last one.
Let me tell you something. I know what I'm trying to build. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? No. Look, I want my
What
kids
are
to
you
be athletes.
building there? What are you
Okay,
building
I want my
there?
kids to be athletes. I want them to be, you know what I mean. So my husband got to be at least 6'2". That's not my no, please, no. Okay, because I know
You
what I
mean
want.
that. You mean that. You mean that. You mean
I do
that.
because at the end of the day, like, I'm not trying to be. I just don't know. I don't like rating. I just.
No, just say it with chest, man.
Okay,
6'2".
let me tell you something. Yeah, 6'2", 6'2",
And would
6'2".
you date a fat guy?
Like, are we talking about muscle mass or Chunky.
A fat guy doesn't.
Oh.
I didn't say muscle hut. I said fat guy. All
I'm not
right.
trying to do that one still.
Okay. All right. Cool. So, can I get you lot's heights? What is your height?
I'm 5'6", so I'm kind of tall for a girl.
5'6". That's
Yeah.
not cool, bruv. All right. Next.
I'm 5'4".
5'4", and last but not least,
5'5".
5'5". So you lot are all around the same 5'4"
Yeah.
to 5'6" range, and I'm hearing 6'2", 5'8", and all of that. Like minimum, minimum.
6'2", because at the end,
The average guy walking around is 5'9". The average, the most.
So what's wrong with 5'8" if it's just below the average?
Yeah.
No, but
true.
I'm saying you're saying that's the least. So you're
No,
saying
she's saying she could date
the
5'8".
people that are the majority only just make it into your criteria.
No, because
So you're not
there's
really
shorter
looking
people.
at them. You're not really trying.
God has a different plan for me. God has a different plan
No,
for me.
because there's
Understand?
taller people as well. If the
Yeah.
majority is 5'8", then if the majority is 5'9", and I'm saying I'd accept someone 5'8", there's going to be the majority in there, and also
Yeah,
those who
they
are
just
taller.
got through.
Yeah, but then you have those who are taller as well, though, and they
Yeah, that's
make
what
a
you
big
really want.
portion.
You're only getting married to one
What's
person.
the
Like,
height?
I'm only gonna get married to one person.
What height guy would you preferably want to be with in an ideal world?
Preferably 5'10".
You only 5'10", is it?
Yeah, 5'10", 5'11". I don't really like 6'5". I think that's just weird.
Yeah, that's a little bit too much for me
Very
as well.
weird.
Okay. Danny, what about you?
I really don't mind. I'd prefer them to be taller than me, obviously, but it's not a deal breaker if they're
Yeah,
not.
but what height though? If you could pick, build a bear.
Well, I don't know. 5'10" to 6" would be fine. Looks nice, I guess.
5'10" to 6. Oh, to 6 foot.
5'10"
Okay.
to 6 foot.
Okay.
I
And
mean,
last
yeah.
but not least, because with the last girl, you're saying the minimum is 6'2". So what?
I'm gonna say 6'4" is the perfect one. Because there's this. If you go online, you can literally look at your height comparison to his height, and I was thinking, oh my gosh, like I need someone that's 6'4" to look like a little bit matching with my heels and stuff like that as well. So I'm gonna say 6'4", because no, this is the thing. If you're short, you need to ask yourself why God stopped you from growing.
Wow.
Because no, wait, I have a theory that there's a reason why some men are short, but I don't know. Maybe that's just it. There's a spiritual reason for everything. That's what I think.
Yeah, let's hear it. What's this theory you got?
Like you did something, and then God was like, because short men, they have an attitude. They have a way about them. You know what I mean? They have this sort of demeanor. Like you couldn't handle being tall because you would do a madness. You get what I'm trying to say?
So you're saying short men are short because they're being punished?
They wouldn't be able to handle being tall. They'd be moving like crazy. They couldn't handle being tall. That's what I
This
think.
is horrible. That's not nice.
Wow. That's what this
I take it back.
Hey guys,
Wait,
this
can I
is
just
what
ask?
you think.
Can I just ask? Do you have that same stance on? Do you have that same stance on disability? Just out of interest.
No. That's out of your control.
And height is out of your control as well.
Yeah, because you should have been swimming. When your friends were swimming, when your friends were playing basketball, where were you? Chilling.
Wow.
Be real.
Wow. This is amazing.
I think she's trolling.
Yeah, everyone's really shocked when I say.
People are saying you're trolling, but I don't think you're trolling. I think you mean it, bro. I'll be real.
I don't think there's a massive height difference between 6'4" and 5'6". I really don't think it's that big of a difference, to be honest.
I think
it's nearly a whole foot.
I still don't think it's that big of a
What are you
difference.
talking about?
If we're getting into the 6'6", that would be crazy. That's something different.
You just said there's not a big difference between 5'6" and 6'4".
I don't feel like it's that big of a difference, though.
It's not about feel. It's about what is reality.
Okay, guys, whatever. No, we don't.
Oh my god! How tall was your last boyfriend?
I think he was 6'3". He was 6'3". Not I think he was 6'3".
You're a heightist.
I'm a heightist.
Yeah.
No, I think.
But many women are though. Many women are.
No, I see. This is the thing. When we have these conversations, I feel like it's okay to be attracted to what you're attracted to. That's why I was saying when it comes to these BLK men, well, for whatever reason that they're attracted to non-black women, right? I don't think it's a preference, because a preference, there's a difference between a preference and an exclusion. I think it's an exclusion, right? Because you're excluding a whole group of women.
And you're excluding the majority of men because they're not 6'2".
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. So what's the difference when you do it to when men do it?
Because I know the plans that God has for me. You don't
Wow.
know the
Oh my god. Wow.
Okay, guys, I'm sorry.
Hey, you
King,
no, don't
can
be
I ask you a
sorry, man.
question?
That's you live your movie. Anyway, listen, I want to end it now. I'm gonna let you lot have your final thought in it, yeah, before I end it. Yeah, so yeah, obviously I'm on TikTok now. I'm gonna upload this to my YouTube and that. You get me 98,000 on YouTube. Go follow me on YouTube, yeah, King Riches on YouTube. But anyway, final thoughts, yeah, from the ladies one by one. Let's go.
I hope everyone has a lovely evening, and I'm so happy that everyone was respectful on the live.
Yeah,
That's all I
awesome.
have to say.
Alright, cool. Next one.
Yeah, those sentiments echoed. I just want to say that being pro-black doesn't mean you're anti-white. Peace.
Alright, cool.